over. And we should be live.
Hopefully.
Yes, indeed.
So, this is the second session of Give a Crit. Does anyone want to give me a recap?
No, I already wrote one.
Or I can say the recap. I can say our recap. I don't mind.
We can read the one that Iona put in.
Yeah.
Sure.
I already wrote it, so I'm not reading it.
I won't read it. Someone should read it because if I tab out, then all the stream layout breaks. So have fun there, guys.
No, don't do that.
Let's see. This was beautifully written by Iona.
There's one part that makes no sense, but just try and read it anyway.
Oh
Right.
no.
Okay.
Dear.
Let's get my reading eyes on. Alright, Mireon is a world that gives home to many intrepid characters. These include our party members. Gregor, the Half-Orc Bard with sharp tusks and an even sharper wit. Thal, the Dragonborn Paladin, big, intimidating, and a heart of gold. Husker, the Aarakocra Druid, who is a tough to love free spirit. Briar, the elf wizard, simple and curious but educated in the arcane. The four travelers found themselves converging underground and tied up alongside one another in an old sunken manor. Ancient libraries and magically enchanted puzzles put forth a challenge to the group as they tried to escape, not to mention the gargantuan red bird flying atop them. Within the chaos, they discovered an old scroll to King Nathaniel of Citadel from Head Enchanter Amin about a missing daughter. It is widely known that the king's daughter was assassinated, and that started the last war, which ended 15 years ago. Briar touched some dark ooze around nearby corpses. They received a wooden box with some magical energy. Nobody could open it. Upon escape, the group made their way to the nearest civilization, Clovermore. Upon arrival, they were quickly ushered to Zara, the community-appointed leader of the town since their recent mayor abandoned them. The group rested in the fields of White Tavern. Group rested in the fields of White Tavern, and unanimously shared a terrible nightmare of destruction and ruin before taking on a trade route from Zara to Citadel. They quickly left, taking the cart, and during their first rest they encountered a group of ambush drakes who consequently took Husker in and out of unconsciousness during a ruthless combat. After quick recuperation, the group continued on the next morning to Citadel. They encountered a tiefling man in a top hat who knew their names, besides Thal. The dark staining on Briar's fingers began to spread. They could see Citadel in the distance as our session came to a close.
And please correct me if I'm wrong, just as a quick addition, I talked about this afterwards. He also didn't remember Songbird's name, or Husker's more specifically. I believe I've got that written in my notes, but we couldn't make up our minds on that one and didn't have time to watch back the VOD. So we'll look that up afterwards.
I can tell you exactly.
Okay.
Oh.
He said you were a little more complicated.
Yeah, I thought
than
so.
I cut him off.
Okay.
So he didn't get his name out.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Well, there you go then. So, to open up the session, you guys have been travelling for most of the day, and as it's rounding back round to nighttime again, I believe is where we were at, you took a rest, and then in the morning we were ready to set off again in a new day after your encounter with the ambush drakes, which was in the very early morning. You set off upon your day again, which shouldn't be too long until you get there, a few hours at most. But as soon as you set off travelling, as you reach the top of a very large hill, you see an absolutely gargantuan city. Bigger than anything you've seen before. A few of you have obviously visited Citadel before. I believe that would have been Husker and Thal specifically. Whether Briar and Gregor had visited there is likely. It's like the biggest city on the continent, but not required.
I've been there once with Thal when he broke his arm or his leg, and we went to the temple to heal it up.
Oh no.
Okay. And Gregor, do you think Gregor would have visited?
Yeah, he's not there often, but he would have definitely visited before.
Then
just
you would all
because
know.
of his-
Go ahead,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
No, but so
No, I was
oh god, okay. So as soon as I started going, my headphones started to die on me. So we'll keep going. Then, due to that, you would all know a little bit about the city and how it's laid out. It's the city itself is a very large circle, nearly mathematically perfect as far as close as you can get. You know, with it being a ginormous city, it's about 50 miles from side to side, from like parallel sides, which is pretty big, and it is actually little is known about the bird's eye view of it, but what is known is it's like an upside down cone. As you get further to the center, the ground rises. There is many speculations about whether it was built on a hill or if there was just so many man hours put into it to have the city rise as it goes along. The very center of the city is the castle, also known as the castle wall, which was where the royal family lives. And spreading out from that, there is 6 interlocking circles within the larger circle that make up the different districts, all broken up in their own way. I don't have a map for this right now. I have a vague illustration about what an example of what it would be, but I don't have an exact map for it yet. I'm still working on that to make it look as good as I can, but I'll send that picture as soon as possible in a second when I can work out the screen. And each district has a different purpose. Most of the districts being dedicated to. You okay?
Yeah, continue.
Most of which being dedicated to prayer. So if I quickly try to send that picture, we'll see how that goes. Okay, that broke everything. Nice.
Broken.
Look, that's back.
Is every segment dedicated to different...
No, not every segment is dedicated to a different god. It's just all all the different religions are piled on top of each other.
But it is religion heavy.
This city is the religious capital of the world.
Okay.
Whoa.
And is there a god that's more prevalent than others here, or is it...
No, that the entire point of Citadel is that all gods are equal, including to a point in which the royal family, though they are believers, don't outwardly espouse their religion as to not create tension between people within the city. If I quickly just throw this into art, this is the general shape of the city. The green is the castle ward. The dark green is the castle ward. The light green is the temple districts. The red is the lower class housing district, like the poorer class.
Buildings. Yeah.
The orange is, so in terms of layers, because the whole city is built on layers, the lowest is the light blue, which is Beggar's Walk, which is your trade district. You've all been to. That's where you guys will be taking the cart into, because there's 3 gates. One at the top, being the north, one to the southeast, and one to the southwest, where those circles intersect with the outside wall. The door that you guys will be going through is the north one, so you would have to go around the city a little bit to get inside, because it's the only one with a trade gate, in terms of a gate big enough, that's open enough to allow carts to enter. Then the red is the poorer income housing, then the green is temples, orange, which is the next layer up, so it goes Beggar's Walk, then on the same level is the temple and the lower income housing one. Then the next echelon up, the orange is Castle Rest and the purple is Warrior's Rest. Castle Rest is the next layer up. Then above that is Warrior's Rest, and then finally above all of it is the Castle Ward.
Nice. It's like a Pennsylvania hex.
Yes.
Cool.
That's a local reference. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So we're coming in from the north of the
So you guys would have been coming in from the north.
So we have to go round a bit.
Yeah, you would have, because the main trail leads to the south of the city, because most people don't travel in with goods.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd made your way to the south and then made your way all the way around to the north, which would have added a little bit longer onto your journey. But we'll simple. It's simple enough to accomplish.
Okay.
So rather than arriving in the morning, you would probably arrive in the mid-afternoon.
Okay.
From making your way around. As you approach, though, you do notice. Actually, as you're making a few hour travel up around the walls, so somebody roll me a D100.
Ooh.
I started it.
Why not?
Okay.
Go with that.
5.
5.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
5.
As you're traveling down the street, this like rough dirt road, you notice actually that there is, oddly, a single lone yellow flower just poking out of the middle of the path.
Not really my shtick. I'm gonna nudge Thal and point him towards the flower. It seems more like something he'd be interested in than me. I'd be like, is that not a little kind of odd?
Something that you can notice, all of you, very easily, is that there is no other flowers in this area. This area is very much prepped for... The wall is right next to you, like the castle wall, like the exterior castle wall, and then directly to the right of you is lands prepped for farming, so like open fields with small crops starting to sprout. And then forests intermingle between that, very shallowly.
Roll nature to see if I know this flower.
Sure.
What is it growing out of?
That's 12.
Just the path.
So,
Like a
in
regular
the
dirt
center
path?
of the
Yeah,
path? Like
right in the center of the path, in this trodden dirt, which usually isn't great for growing, is a single yellow flower. What did you roll?
12.
A 12? Yeah, well, let me just get that 5 for you. You guys can continue.
You want me to stop the cart so we can like get it, or should I just ride over it?
Go.
Rather not right over it.
Okay. like,
Is
try
that
to
like a
slow it down.
horticulturalist? Is this...
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
Husker, you would, as you're looking around this flower, like as you're seeing it from where you are, you would recognize it as a yellow dahlia.
Do I know anything about that?
Yeah, sure. With 12, the most you know is they're closely related to like sunflowers and daisies. They're like the in between step.
That's nice.
Apart from that, you would probably need a better check. You could probably like study it and think back, but in this moment, not really.
That's a nice flower.
It's very pretty.
I'm not gonna pick it. I respect it. I respect its journey, the effort it took to grow here. So I'm gonna walk like gently around it. I'm gonna look at it and bid it good luck.
I look at how big the cart is and how big the road is. Would I be able to go around it?
You could go over it, and there's like the cat's
Like,
off the
wheels
ground.
on either side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the cat doesn't like break and crush it, like it's a small flower and your cat is off the
I
ground,
just
so you
mean,
could
like,
go over
and
it.
the horses and stuff.
The horse might be a bit more difficult, but you could probably maneuver it pretty easily if you would really wanted to.
I'll make an effort of.
Okay, roll me an
trying
animal
to-
handling.
The horse eats the flower.
15. I did that. Too.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
Oh.
Yes.
I have speak with animals.
Oh.
I can just... I want to use that and just tell the horse to avoid it.
Okay. I'm like in the process of being like.
So you can't speak with animals?
This whole time you've had to speak with animals.
I do indeed.
Okay, you can't speak with
I did my
animals.
whole shtick. I did
And-
my
Oh,
whole
wait a
shtick.
second. Wait a second. I need to know something. At the end of that fight, did it count as like finishing a long rest?
Yeah, you guys got a long rest in there. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone did.
Oh.
Then yeah, why not? If I see like her trying to...
Now you're trying to maneuver the horse in a way that's kind of unnatural to it, trying to steer it off the road. You quickly cast Speak of Animals. What do you say?
My friend, do you see that flower there on the road? I'd like you to avoid it.
Tell
A
him
lot of
not
effort for
to
it
eat
to
it.
grow.
He's like,
Yes, please don't...
I just said the horse bends down and looks at it like very, very close and goes, blowing air out of its nostrils towards the flower. The flower gently sways and it goes, okay. And
Thank you very
steps
much.
over it. You do notice its back legs come very close to trampling it. This horse not having much spatial awareness about where its back legs are. Does avoid it though, luckily, and then the cart gets gently pulled over as you guys follow along.
Thank you very much. I'll pat him on the back.
While he's talking, can I be like trying to imitate the way he's speaking to the animal purely because of the last session where I tried to learn Huskers talking to animals?
Well, funnily enough, when he's speaking to using speak with animals, he isn't actually neighing like a horse. It's really there is no sounds exiting his mouth apart from a few wisps of breath, like when you're breathing heavily, just like. And then as soon as they leave his mouth, they seem to lose all like physical being, like all presence, as they spread out into the ether and then are somehow picked up by the animal.
So, like, from our perspective,
he's going like
breathing at the horse. Okay. Okay. I look at him confused.
Right.
Are we good to go? Can I?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I like smack the horse and get him to go forward.
As you like smack the horse and get him to go forward, because your super animals are still up, you hear, I don't like that. As he,
I'll turn to Briar. He's not a fan of that.
I don't like that he has thoughts. I don't like what happened there.
oh, your camera broke.
My camera broke.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
you broke.
I'm coming back.
There we go. Yeah, as you finish that conversation, you continue just like along the road. As you get closer to the trade gate, the rough dirt road turns more into a nice cobblestone path slowly. The faint thuds turning into the cliche clip clop of a as your horse walks across them. And you arrive at a very long line. Let me make sure about that. Every now and then I gotta check. Yeah, as you approach the gate, the trade gate to the city, there is a long line of carts. Maybe 4 or 5 ahead of you.
Oh.
And as you do come up here, you do notice a lot more carts joining behind you as well.
Settle down, guys. We've got a bit of a wait. Do you guys remember where we're taking these?
She gave us a name. Did nobody write it down?
No.
No.
Oh
I did
dear.
one moment.
Give us a note.
Yeah.
A note of some kind.
A note we have to take to the king, right?
No, that's
What?
not what she
What?
gave. But that had
No,
nothing to do
no,
with
no,
her.
Wrong note. Wrong note.
Wait.
Alright.
We do
Check your
have
files.
that. I look around to see if anyone heard us.
And no, because of the nature of the carts and stuff, you're kind of spaced enough from people to, as long as you're not shouting things, no one's really paying attention to you. They're all having their own individual conversations.
Shouting.
I suppose, who took the note from Zara?
Give us a note.
Was there a note from
Uh,
Zara? I don't remember.
There
Those are
was.
what your
and
notes are for.
She was so
I don't know
pretty.
that we. One of us was able to read it. I do remember that. Stand by.
Gregor just looks.
You just start asking around.
I'm going to be
Say,
much...
You
I'll
waiting
be
for
much-
delivery?
I mean, that would work. I'm going to be much more mean this time around. You guys have your notes for a reason. There's 4 of you. You can work out if somebody gave you a note or not.
Oh, eat shit, Joshy. I don't want to hear it from you.
She told us
What are
out
we doing
loud
here?
where we were supposed to go, but I don't know if she also gave us a note. I don't remember that part. I know she said out loud the name of the place we had to go, but I don't remember what she said. I'm
That's
gonna be
all I would
honest.
remember, but I guess it took enough of a beating in that fight.
I was kind of offended that she called me
Tell me
simple,
about it.
so I wasn't really listening to her.
That is right.
This time, I will give you all an intelligence check if you would like to remember.
Please.
I would.
Just sitting here
I'm-
scratching our chins.
I'm so smart.
I'm very dumb.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled
Nice.
a 2.
Nice.
Well, let us see.
Oh my
One.
god.
1, nice.
Wow.
Gregor, please help
Please,
us.
Gregor, save us.
Gregor, save us.
Please.
We're so dumb.
Oh, I rolled
16?
It's a
Okay. A 16. A 16 is good enough. The DC was 10.
Oh my god.
I would have done it on the thing. Okay.
Gregor, as you're like thinking up, as you're looking at what you're thinking, you're trying to remember the horse, like, gonna sound a very loud neigh, and then you go, the stable master. She told us to leave the horse with the stable master, and that he would also take the carriage.
I don't leave her.
Oh, yes, that is right. So we have to, leave it with the stable master, and he'll take the carriage as well.
Okay.
And I do have the note, or I do recall what it says. It is addressed to, and I whisper, King Nathaniel of Citadel.
Yeah.
So, shall I read it to you guys?
Maybe not. I look around at the situation we're in.
Not.
Not right now.
No.
No.
Okay, alright. I
Can you just...
put it away and tap my pocket.
You all, one of the
Before-
cast manages to enter the city, and you all move up the space.
Just a real quick question before you put it away. That was from the Head Enchanter, right? That was who wrote it?
Between... Yes, it is a secret correspondence between... Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
As a reminder, you weren't given that letter. You found that in the ritual room of the place where you woke up.
Yes.
On a body.
Yeah, on a dead body.
Back in the manor.
Right.
Back in the manor.
Everybody.
I guess now's as good a time as any. Have any of you got any, like, criminal histories or anything that we should, cover you up right now?
Are you a cop?
I don't know.
What are you asking?
I'm not a cop.
Mind your
I'm
business.
just, we're
Mind your business.
about to go into a capital city, and if we get in trouble because one of us is on the cart, like, I just want to make
Mind your
sure.
business.
A second cart enters,
Are you-
and you guys move up.
Are you guys gonna get called out?
No. I've lived a lawful but entertaining life.
Okay, good.
Of course you have. Okay.
Good start.
Well, you know me, so.
None of you are a cut purse?
I'm not a cat
I'm
person.
sorry.
You cut purses off people? Do you, with your beak?
With your beak?
How would you figure I get away with that?
You just peck
You looked down and you saw a big bird taking your purse away with his beak. Would you just be like, oh, that's weird? You think I'd be walking freely?
Oh.
He is pretty identifiable, to be fair.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
That's fair. Okay, well,
Oh,
I trust
Who
you.
robbed?
Oh, this is fucking bullshit!
Oh my god.
You hear from a few cats up the one, as you're in the third position. The cat at the front, you can see that there is two guards currently having an argument with a cat owner. But which, as that point, the cat owner shouts very loud, "This is bullshit," and then he starts talking a bit quieter. That was just like a loud, like a loud shout. What they're saying you can't really make out from this far back unless you want to go closer to work out.
Can I walk around to the... just to kind of see what's going on? Can I... As if I'm passing time waiting for the line to move
You want
forward?
like amble aimlessly
Yeah.
closer? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
walk
sure.
around it.
If you're trying to act like you're not listening in, give me a performance check.
Okay.
Mind your business, Gregor.
Are you,
Get involved in customs issues.
have you guys ever traded before?
Ooh, bad.
Right? No.
I trip and fall.
What did you roll?
Natural.
Bad.
I got a
A
natural
natural
failure.
one? Oh, fuck yeah. So as you're walking, you're not... Like, you don't fall, you know how to walk, but you don't, like, you're trying to be amble, like, you're trying to, like, amble, like, faultlessly, but what you're actually doing is you're looking directly forwards at him and just walking, your body's, like, moving like this, like a snake, as your head is staying rooted in position watching.
What is he doing?
But as you do get closer, you can a bit more clearly hear now. The trader, the merchant, is saying, no, that doesn't make any sense. That since when did the rules change? And then the guy goes, there's been a few issues within the city in the last week or so that has made it harder for imports. It is a simple issue. All you must do is fill out a form for us. If you just pull your cart off to the side, and then the one person with the merchant goes, "No, you know what? I'll take my business elsewhere then, won't I?" As he climbs back up in the cart and starts trying to turn his cart around.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's just moving in one spot for me.
Yeah, nice.
I run back to the cart, maybe fall over. I was spying on them, and it seems
Oh,
that
that's what that was.
Wow.
Yes.
Is that what you were doing?
this poor unfortunate merchant wasn't able to get in because he had to fill out some paperwork.
Oh,
Could he not write?
work.
I don't know. I think he was just frustrated.
At which point, very awkwardly but presciently, he drives the cart back down the side of the road and everyone moves up one.
I like wave as he passes by.
Better luck next time.
He's looking around like cursing the world at this point.
So you guys have never traded before? You've never done trade routes or anything like that?
I have not.
Really,
Okay.
not material goods.
So we don't have any experience in this and whether this is normal or not. Okay.
And now that your attention's been drawn to it, you do notice that everyone that pulls up gets out of the cart, moves off to the side to a small like table that they've set up, fills out like a quick bit of paper. The ones who are proficient in writing, the ones that aren't, speak, and the guard writes it down for them. And then they get back on their cart and enter, or the first one that you've noticed to leave has left already.
So
So
everyone's following the same routine.
yeah, everyone is being
it's like a
required to get
natural
off,
thing.
and
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It just seemed a bit alien, like as you can tell, like the guy that just went in, and this person even seems a bit confused, like as he gets off and moves off to the side, but does it writes a piece of paper and then gets back on and enters the city.
Okay. This looks kind of normal, right? I imagine they have to like check traders all the time.
All right, which of you, if any, can write? I'm not
Well-
suited for holding a pen. Oh, a linguist. Okay, very well. One of you then.
At which point, moves up and you guys come to the front.
First, okay.
What is the cart looking like? I know Briar is driving the cart. There can be one person sat beside her, and then the other two people would have to walk.
I'd be walking.
Walking
I would
alongside.
be walking.
Okay.
Everyone's
So-
walking
We're
except
walking.
me.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Then what I'm going to say is Thal's to the right, Gregor's to the left, and Husker kind of recedes more to the back, just to keep an eye on making sure nothing falls out and
Alright.
stuff, just to keep it simple. As you pull up, this heavily armor-clad guard helmet and everything, you can see like it's one of those helmets that like have the side parts and the nose armor that comes up in the middle. So really all you can see is his eyes and like the like mouth of a average human man. Pretty cleanly cut. Seems like he takes care of himself as much as he can. And he sort of looks up and goes, "Hello, miss. Do you have a trade license?"
No, this is my first time.
It's your first. That is fine. Could you exit the cart and go over there and with my associate, please?
I hop off and I go over.
Okay. As you go over, the guard sort of starts walking towards the back of the cart. So we have to move past you, Thal. Just if you want to stop him or anything like that.
Won't you?
No, you let him pass. Okay, you let him pass, and he's moved on to the back. And as he moves on to the back, he like sort of he just gets down and starts untying like the little rope that you got on, like to secure the goods in the back. We'll pause up there as we go over to you. As you approach there's like a guard stood behind a table. He goes, "Greetings. Can you write?"
Yes, I can.
All right. So he puts on like a small form in front of you. All it has is contents of the shipment. He goes, "Could you write down the contents of the shipment or the purpose for shipping, and then the names of all involved below?"
Supplies.
Yes. And I write down everyone who's involved first, and then I just
Well, who do you write down?
I write down everyone from our group, and I write down Zara.
Just Zara?
Just Zara.
Okay.
Because I don't know
Yeah,
any
no,
better.
totally.
From Clovermore. You know her.
Man.
Good old Zara.
Yeah, put in parentheses Clovermore.
And then I just sort of like hover over the goods part, like what contents in the cart, and I'm like, is it general goods?
You can also write the reason for import instead. We know that sometimes people, like, if you're part of a trade caravan, you might not know particularly everything that's within the caravan. So the company that you were sent from could also work.
Can I write a town? I was sent by, like, the leader of a town.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I write down, I was told to come by Zara from Glover. And then I write down that I was supposed to deliver it to the stable master, make it more clear what my intentions are.
He looks it over and goes, right, which one of you is, he like turns the paper, which one of you is this? Which one of these are you?
I'm Briar.
Briar, alright. And he like folds over the piece of paper and puts it aside. If you could also, as part of this, you could purchase a trade license, if you would like. Since you already signed the form, and so it would just be a bit of extra gold.
How much would it?
He like pulls out 20 gold pieces for a license. No?
I'll pass on that.
What a scam.
All right.
It
is fine. It is simply for convenience. It is just to avoid this in the future. If you have a trade license, when the guard at the front asks you, you can just show him and skip this process.
might be useful in the future.
That is all. Yeah, you may go back.
I turn around.
Selling insurance as well. What a scam.
Hop back into the cart.
Well, as you're over there, we'll move back to the cart. The guard is in front of you now, Husker, and he's down. He's starting to untie it. Just letting everyone know. Interrupt me at any point if you want to get involved in this. He starts untying the side ones and folds over the tarp and just starts looking through the general supplies that are all towards the back of the cart. As he fingers through them, you see that there's just like rations and like what general goods, like small like iron nails and stuff like that. Things that they could produce within the city, but maybe like lacking at the moment. So the smaller townlets and such from the area are pitching in a little bit for extra pay. There's a lot of horseshoes, is something you've noticed. But then he
Like, I'm comfortably close to him, looking over his shoulder. Because I don't know what's in there, and I want to know.
Every now and then, like, he turns around and goes like, sir? Could you... Sir, is that correct? Could you move back, please? You're a bit close, that is all.
I'm not impeding you.
No,
Continue your good work.
Alright. And he continues, like, looking through the cart. He pulls out, at one point, like, a paper, like, bundle. Like a bundle covered in, like, a thick, like brown paper and then tied with a rope. And he, like, gets out his dagger and, like, cuts it a little bit and sniffs it. And then puts it back.
Destroy the goods.
Pardon?
Don't destroy the goods. What are you doing?
It is fine. He looks like he shows it to you. We have been having certain things smuggled into the city and things like this. It is just flour. It is fine. I do apologize if you would like to make a complaint. If you have a trading license, the Merchants Guild can reimburse you for any damages caused. So if you have any issues with that, go and let them know and they can send it through the system. I apologize for any inconvenience I caused you.
So I need a little bit closer.
At that point, he puts the bag away and like ties up the cart and like walks back to the front. At which point, you've right around the same time that you've made it back to the cart. Then that'll be all, miss. And then like gestures for you to go through. Okay, and you enter the city proper. As soon as you breach the walls, very thick walls, by the way, you come across the market district. It's in the exact part that you're in. There isn't much. It seems that there's a few guards. As you look to each side, if you start to slow down, they gesture for you to continue. They like to keep this like entrance area very clear. But maybe like 10 or 20 feet in, you can pull off to one of this. There's like these little like side docks for carts. You can pull off there, or you can keep going into a bit more of the proper. But you're probably going to run out of cart space at some point.
Do you guys want to ask around, see if we can find where the stable master is?
If anyone wants to make a perception check before you start asking around.
You.
Yeah.
Smelling for horses.
Yeah, it's pretty noticeable, so I'm just going to make sure.
18.
It's 20.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, a little bit down to the left is
Thal does not look.
as you enter.
What is
What
going on with me
What did
today?
you roll, Thal?
I rolled a solid 3.
Yes.
Or actually a natural 1.
You don't see it, and you start like looking around to ask people. What did you roll, Gregor?
20.
Sorry, I was drinking.
That's
I
okay.
rolled a 12.
A 12. It's never safe to drink in my game. As you pull in, everyone apart from Thal notices off to the left, a little bit further down, there is a place where there's a few horses, like tied up to I forget what they're called. Like the little like wooden posts in the ground. What are they called?
Do they have a name?
They have a name. Anyway, it's tied up there. And there's like a horseshoe and a few like things around, paraphernalia, like big bags of wheat and stuff like that. Very reminiscent of a wheat.
Big bags of weed.
A few big bags of wheat. No, there's a few like hempen sacks of wheat and such around. Off to like maybe like 20 feet off to the left. It's not very far away.
That seems like our
Yes.
best bet.
Seems where we need to go.
Oh, yes it does.
Do you guys have anything that you want to do in town? Like, I mean, besides, and I like look around. Besides that, maybe do you guys want to go shopping, or you got anyone you want to go see? Do you want to go to church? And look at Thal.
I might like to go for a prayer.
Okay.
I need to go see the. I need to go to the equivalent of whatever the head office of the military is. I'm thinking
Okay.
like the.
So like the law master of the city.
Yeah, that works. Yes.
Okay.
Not in a
Why?
rush. I would like to also, perhaps, stop by a pub of some sort to, I don't know, perform a bit, grab a
I like that
pint.
as well.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of like a route in my head. So we go there. Should we go to church before we drink?
Well, you don't have to come with me. I can go on my own.
True.
I'm not going to church, but if you would
That's
like
fine.
to go, that is fine.
I'm with this guy.
I'll come with you to church. Why not?
Okay. So you guys go first to the.
First the stable master.
As
Yeah.
you up to the stable, there is sort of like an older, darker skinned human man. Dark freckles on cheeks, very sun worn, you could say. Sort of looks up with this like sort of like very like this short, this like silky black hair, but the very tips of it like a slightly like paler brown. So looks up at you. Hey.
Zara from Clovermore told us to bring this stuff to you.
He like pulls up like he has like a little book holster on his side, and he like pulls out a book, looks through it. Zara from Clovermore.
Uh-huh.
Right, yeah. He closes it. Just leave it there. I'll send someone to fetch it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I hope
That's
I'll...
easy.
Did we get paid?
Yeah, 5 gold a person. He like turns and starts counting
I
out
want to
gold.
insight him.
Roll insight.
I feel like we are
That's cool.
more than that.
What a
21.
joke.
Although he seems very like sure about it, it's less so about him and more so about just the fact that you don't feel like this is right. You would maybe promise something different.
I feel like she said like 10 per person
Or, yeah.
in Clovermore. I don't know if there's been some miscommunication there.
Well, in my book, and he like pulls out his book and he shows you, it says 5 gold per person. But you know what? It's never gotten here this quick. How about we meet in the middle, 7 gold each?
I look at the group. How do
As
we-
far as I can tell, these supplies are still in our possession. So,
She exits
This is
the
a-
cart, so now it technically belongs to the merchant guild of the city.
mm,
So technically, I could just not pay you at all.
Can I
So
hop back in
if
the
you guys
cart?
could Go. Excuse me, miss. If you don't get off the car, I'll have to call the guards.
Why?
Because I took possession of that cart. Technically, it's also on my land within the city, so
Okay, I'll just move it.
can't do that. It'll be theft, dear.
How?
Yeah,
Because it's my
Yeah.
belongings.
we're in the city now. We have to be careful. Seven sounds very generous.
7's good.
Seven
back off.
sounds good.
Right, yeah. Since I'm such a nice guy, I'll keep it at 7, even for the inconvenience you caused. And he pulls out 7 gold pieces, counts out 7 gold pieces for each of you. Briar getting the muckiest, sort of like bent, scraped up gold pieces that he can find.
Makes sense.
It's on a. There we go.
Oh, well, that's 7 gold more than I had, so...
I suppose.
That's the way to look at it.
Still money.
And as soon as he hands out that gold to each of you, he just turns around and starts getting back to like shoveling this hay with his hands into like a sack.
Church? And or
Bar.
the pub.
Okay, so 2 of you going to the church, 2 of you going to the bar?
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll
meet you there?
save a seat for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's fine.
I feel
Yeah,
like there's
share.
probably multiple bars in this city.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we'll find you, right? It's not that big of a city.
Oh,
The enormous city.
It's
I
colossal.
turn back around. Chief stable master, where is your favorite bar or pub in the city? Is there one that you frequent the most?
He like sets up and straightens his back and he goes, the speckled hen ain't bad.
Speckled hair.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you. And which way is that?
It's if you follow the street out of the trade district, Beggar's Walk. If you head right through, right on the other side, there'll be one more. Right as you leave, there will be to the right. There'll be like a small wall that you can walk through, like a gate. But on the very edge of that is where the speckled hen is.
I see. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so we meet you there, then?
Yes, meet us there.
Okay, Thal, lead the way. You know the way to church better than I do.
See you soon. They'll head
Okay. Then we'll
Thal's
know
got
what
some church
to do.
detection.
Since church boys will be meeting up with pub boys eventually, we'll do church boys first. Okay, so where are you guys heading?
Church of Corellon, baby.
Okay. Luckily for you, being a major god of the elfish people, he is one of the closest to the gates with the biggest places. He isn't like deep within the district, so that would take you quite a while to get back and forth. Do remember this is like a 50-mile wide city, so it can take quite a while to travel from side to side. Luckily though, the god that you're looking for is pretty close, and you know it well as well.
Big
Thal.
fancy temple.
As you approach, you see a very familiar temple, a large white marble temple. Though time has taken its toll, as I said during the intro, the white's a little bit less shiny and the walls are a bit cracked, with old vines of ivy crawling up the walls, and dim and dirty stained glass windows line its walls, but it's like home.
What a beautiful sight, as always.
It actually looks better with the ivy.
Doesn't it?
Maybe not the windows, they could do with the cleaning.
Yes, perhaps you have a point. But I agree, the rest of it sort of adds to it.
But this is really your thing, I'm just here to watch. So, go ahead.
You don't want to join in?
I don't think I know how to. I'd be willing to sit next to you while you do it, but I don't think I know. I feel like I'll be insulting more than anything.
I know it's not your thing anyway. It's completely fine.
Thal, something that you notice as somebody who frequented this area quite a bit is that the guard patrols of the area are definitely more so. Every now and then you would have a guard walk through the area, make sure everything's peaceful and calm. Now you have people stationed at each gate and maybe double, maybe triple the patrol route.
Strange.
What
Excuse
is-
me for a moment,
Oh,
Brie.
okay.
I'll walk over to one of the guards.
Could I help you?
Yes, sir. There seem to be a lot more of you than last time. Did something happen?
Oh God. Yes. There has actually been a few attacks within the city in the last few days.
Really?
Yes.
On this temple? What for?
Not on the temple, on the city. It's seems randomly placed. Mostly from outside the city. There has been one or two small occasions within the city, but it has mostly been at the southern gate. Not southern gate. My mistake. The north gate, the trade one. I'm
That's
sorry. It is
Pete's job.
it's my 18th hour on shift today. I am about to go.
It takes its toll on you. That's okay. So, just random attacks. It's nothing to do with this place here.
I mean, it's as always to do with religion. No, there's it depends who you believe. If you believe the common folk, it's demons, and if you believe the other ones, he like points up towards like the big spire in the middle of the city. It is just illusionists. I don't care really. We're getting extra pay, getting extra time, so I'm just here doing my job.
See, well, sorry to bother you in your 18th hour. Little time on the shoulder. Good work. And head back.
While they were talking, can I be using prestidigitation to try to clean the windows from the outside?
Yes. And you do, very easily so. As you start casting it up in the air, you see almost like somebody is like wiping it with like a cloth, but there's nothing in front of it. You see like streaks become more visible and glimmer a little bit brighter.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Apparently there have been attacks on Citadel.
Actually, as you arrive and you say that, a younger boy actually walks outside towards you, looking around very confused. Not somebody that you notice, Thal, actually. Seems like a very recent recruit, like a very recent, like, acolyte. Sort of, like, walks out, he's like, oh, it was you.
Oh.
The light. And he, like, sort of, like, opens the door a bit more, and you see now that rather than the dingy interior lit by a candlelight, which wasn't normal to you, but was normal to you, Thal, that is still present, but now there is a projected leaf with like vines curled up around the bottom with small rosebuds off of that projected onto the floor.
We're getting like the equivalent of Gregor's lighting situation in his camera right now.
Yes.
In the church. Okay.
But like,
Yeah, so I'm sorry. There's
it's okay.
like wicker blinds, and
It's
I'll
like
put up a blanket.
dramatic
And
light.
It's fine. But yeah, it's projected onto the floor like in a very large, stretched image.
Yes, that. I'm sorry. Do you not want
Oh
that?
no, it's fine. I just was confused about what was happening.
I can.
We don't have any money to pay. That is all. So we didn't want to.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I can keep doing this if you want to. I'd sort of gesture to Thal.
My voice. I hit puberty. It wasn't meant to be this deep.
Damn. They grow so fast.
This is what I'll do to pass the time. Go ahead.
Very sweet of you.
And move
Thanks,
over
Brie.
to another window.
A lot of the side windows are just like plain glass windows, but project downwards. But yeah, you start cleaning them as you enter, and you notice, as you start walking in, you see like spotlights on a stage as you walk down the altar in the middle. From either side, like it's lighting your way up. The lights are the windows are cleaned ahead of you.
I didn't know any better. I called this Coralline's blessing.
That's a cool dramatic scene.
Which does actually help as you enter. The few people that are around, mulling around, cleaning the interior and like just generally praying, do take great note of the fact that you just entered, and as you did, all of the windows within the place suddenly start raining down holy light upon you. Not purposeful, but impressive.
I got you.
Is there like a standard greeting within the church or like within the religion?
Yes, it would be.
Like a work?
It would be. In Elvish, it would be something like "Greetings and good morrow,"
Nice.
which I haven't come up
Greetings
with
and good
Elvish for. So we'll just say in Elvish, it's greetings and good morrow. But I will write you words that you can say that would be that in Elvish at some point.
Thank you very much.
And then he would. Then the small boy, as you say, that replies in turn. And may his light rain upon you in Elvish, very meekly, and then sort of like nods and heads off to the side where he starts lighting these very tall candlesticks with like a stick just as tall as he is. He like lights them at the very top. Something that's very reminiscent of the early teachings of yours.
I'll go over to him. Would you like some help with that?
No, I'm fine, thank you. You came for a reason, I assume. Could I help you with anything? And as he looks you over and then notices that you're wearing your paladin armor, and he's like, never mind. And then continues to light around.
You're good, don't worry. I just came here to pray.
Oh.
And with that, I'll go find a place to sit down and...
Yeah, as you walk around, you notice that there is rather than pews, there as with the elves, there is like small cushioned like seating arrangements, like very delicate but large goose feather like pillows on the ground, which you would ceremoniously cross legs sit down upon. And light a small pot of to the left is a small pot of dried leaves, and to the right is a small cup of water. And you would slowly take up a dried leaf in the middle where there's a candle. You would light the candle. So you would light the leaf from the candle. You would breathe in the smoke it produces, and then you would dip it into the water to put it out and put it to the side. And you would just do that over and over again until you finish your praying. Though, funnily enough, that is actually a part of the what Husker is mimicking is indeed some of the higher echelons. That's one of the things that you would do whilst you're taking your oath. That's what you would have done. This is mostly just like a symbolic reenactment of it. These leaves don't do anything to you once you breathe them in. It's more of just the show of doing it brings you like a step closer.
Dude, I need to play an elf next time. This god makes you get high as prayer.
That's
That
bad.
is incredible.
But in that
Cheech
moment,
and Orchon.
as you're doing it, you're going through the motions. The world seems to become silent and dark for a few moments, but nothing happens really. As you go through the last motion, you feel yourself pick up the last leaf within it, burn it, breathe, and put it out. Light returns to the room, and you come out of your prayer.
I'll just sit in for a moment and then get up and head out.
Okay, about this time you've probably cleaned all the windows that you can see.
Maybe burned
Do you have mending?
No, I don't think I
Okay.
have mending.
Then you start just like
I'm just
cleaning off
cleaning.
some of the dirt, making the marble that is visible shine a little bit brighter.
I like give myself a little fist, yes, when I get back to the other side, finishing it all before Thal comes outside, and then I lean against the wall to pretend I've just been waiting for ages.
What's
so long.
as you exit, Thal? What's both of your passive perceptions?
14, I think.
Ass.
Yes.
Just 12.
12.
Yeah, it's
Mine
kinda
is- Oh, One second,
Right.
my character sheet broke.
A little
Okay.
ass.
It's 8 plus perception.
I know. I don't know what. 14.
14. Okay. With a 14, be more checked into the, like, your arcane circuit than Thal is. The air feels like, just like the ambient air as he exits, feels like the remnants of a storm. Like the air almost feels like electricity is charged within it. Like the aftermath of the very beginning, like right before a lightning strike is about to occur. Just something to bear in
Coming
mind.
from the church? Or
No, just
outside?
as he exits, not particularly him exiting, but like as it's coming up to the time where he's about to exit, the air just seems to charge.
Okay.
Something to bear in mind.
Is the sky gray? Is
The
it cloudy?
sky. No, the sky is actually very bright. The sky is clear and bright.
As he exits, I'm just gonna kind of go, like, get close to him and be like, just be on your guard. Probably nothing, but keep a keen eye.
Alright.
I just have a feeling. I don't know how else to explain it.
I'll trust you on it then.
Now let's go and find the speckled hen, was it?
Speckled hen. Or speckled hair.
Speckled
One
hen?
of the two.
The speckled something.
Yes.
As you guys start heading back, we'll move over to the other two. You two, as they leave, you start heading in the direction of the speckled hen.
Speckled hen is where we're heading.
Joe does that every time. You say something and he slightly changes it. I just go with it, frankly.
As you're making your way there, you see you also notice, though you have been here not as intimately as Thal, you do notice that the guard patrols are a lot more frequent and heavy. You also notice that, funnily enough, a lot of them actually are where there used to be a single guard, there is now 2 guards and also a man of faith with them. Some of them clad in armor, some of them just in their ceremonial robes following behind. But that doesn't really mean much to you, so you start heading in the direction of the speckled hen.
Are the guards like stopping and hassling anybody? Or
No,
is there-
not that you can notice.
Okay.
They just seem to be, every now and then they'll break up, they'll see like a small dispute over like the price of cloth to the side, and they'll just go over and quickly like have a few quiet words that you can't really hear, and then the arguing stops
Okay.
and they continue on their way. They seem to just generally be doing their job right now and also keeping a little bit of extra peace within the market. As you are walking, though, you do notice that the market does make out into like sort of like a bigger bazaar as you head into the trade district. You have people shouting to left and right of you, trying to get your attention to like, we sell arcane supplies, and then another person's like, but ours are better. So how about you come over here and just try to grab your attention any way you can, as you make your way through the market. And does anything catch your eye? Just keep moving on to where you were told to go.
I want to hassle those people who are like calling out their goods, like just little quips like, "Hey, it looks like shit. I've seen a lot better."
All right.
You start shouting abuse back at them.
You
Just like,
probably should say things like that. We don't want to draw any undue attention, and I don't like people selling me things. So,
That's how you get them to stop. That's how you get them to stop selling you things. You be a
No,
bad
but-
customer.
I am just a customer who knows what he wants, and I don't like people trying to sell me things. It's annoying and uncomfortable.
You seem testy today, Gregor. Do you not like crowds?
They're a certain kind of crowd. If they're there to watch me only, then yes, I like them. But there's this cacophony of sound and people trying to sell us things. I'm not having a good time.
Gregor,
If you can
roll
please-
dexterity check as you're saying this.
Okay.
Dexterity
Oh,
save,
no.
sorry, as you're saying this.
No.
Okay.
Somebody throws a tomato at Gregor.
Then,
A 10?
yeah.
So as you're talking, you're a bit distracted, and you feel from behind a very solid as someone about half your size barges into you and like hits you. As you turn and look down, there is not you. There seems to be a small tiefling. You can't really tell the gender. It's just like a shorter hair, large curled horns that like sort of like curl like a ram's. Deep red skin, just like badges into you and goes, and then just stops. Seems like they're about to say something, just looks up at you and just stops talking. Stops making any noise, just like looks up at you, frozen.
I'll lean down. Have you forgotten how to walk, young one?
Roll me a intimidation. What are you going for here? Like persuasion, trying to calm them down?
I guess, but also I want to impress upon this tiefling that they are, like, bothersome to me, but I'm not...
Okay. Roll me intimidation then! Roll me intimidation, just like general
Fronting
intimidation.
on children.
So,
I'm leaning
Is
over
this-
them.
yeah, 7.
Okay. You know what, you have advantage because the giant bird man is leaning down towards the child as well.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Pick your pockets, Gregor.
Can't believe this is happening while we're at church.
Oh god.
What did you roll?
A natural 20.
Hey.
It's just a child.
As you get down to their level and say that, and then Husker like calls round behind you, looking down. This giant bird man. The child just like looks at you, still slightly shaking, and you just see tears welling up in their eyes as one starts to fall down. At which point, a larger tiefling man, about average build, like runs up and like walks up to the child and goes, "I'm so sorry. She ran away. Not ran away, but we were just over there. I'm so sorry. Did she break anything, or did she damage? Are you all right?
It's fine. No
Check your
need
pockets,
to-
no.
Yeah,
Check your
well,
pockets, Gregor. This is a common trick. The little one snatches your things. Check your pockets.
he like look the older tiefling looks down and looks at his the child and is like, wait, did you make her cry? Why are you crying? Are you all right? And they're having a small conversation whilst Husker tells you to check your pockets.
As I'm checking my pockets, I'm talking to, I guess, the parent. Well, I can be intimidating sometimes, so I think I caught your little one off guard when it seemed to have escaped from you.
They seem to be having a small conversation in a language that I don't know. What languages do you both speak? Husker and Gregor.
They're probably speaking like demonic.
I speak Common, Elvish, Orc, and Sylvan.
Okay.
Aran, Common, Druidic, and Aarakocra.
Yeah, they seem to be having a conversation in a language that neither of you understand. It's very wispy and deep, like guttural. The younger tiefling aside, fully crying at this point, just sobbing. Like the dad's like holding her, and she's like sobbing into his shoulder. You took your pockets, and I mean, I assume you're checking for your gold specifically.
Yeah.
It still seems to be present currently.
What the hell?
Husker's still giving her the look.
I think Husker is still giving her the look.
I'm looking.
Okay, I'm Husker. Gregor's getting very uncomfortable and because
Wow.
like noticing all of these people around. All right, then, if that is all, we will be on our way.
He sent the older tiefling that stands up and goes, "Oh, I think you owe an apology note, like, at least."
What?
I know she bumped into you, but there's no reason to make a child cry.
She hurt herself when she fell and started to cry. We had nothing to do with it. Teach your child to look out for strangers. It's not our fault. Move along.
She is not my child, first of all, and secondly, it doesn't matter. She's a child. You have a difference in mental. Maybe you don't actually. Maybe you're both on the same level.
Excuse me?
You're not wrong. Give me a moment. I bend down and I say, young one, you will be stronger after today. I am sorry that you have cried.
I'm sorry that you feel this way.
And I tap the tiefling very lightly on the top of the head.
Don't do that.
Do I have? Is there like a vendor that sells sweets, like little
Oh my
candies?
Sure, off to the side.
Okay, I just want to buy one little tiny candy, and to show you that I am not angry in any way, and that I do apologize. Here, good merchant, let me have one of these little caramels.
Sure, yeah, you buy it. It's probably like a few copper. Just say like, let's just say like a copper for a little small bag of sweets.
Perfect.
I know one thing for a fact, and that Gregor has pocket candy. I know it in my soul, and I know it in my heart.
But it is my candy.
Something else. Like as you walk off and say sorry and stuff, the guy like gets back down and starts speaking in that language again to the younger tiefling, and you arrive back very shortly after with the small bag of caramels.
Okay, here, I gesture to the adult first. I'm like, may I give this young one this candy, or I can give it to you, and you can give it to them.
He just like reaches out and goes to take it out of your hand, very gently, like cautiously.
Sure. Yes, go ahead.
Right. We're going to leave now.
Why are you in possession of a child that isn't yours?
It is my sister, not my daughter.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
My apologies.
Should
We do also have siblings.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Should we check with one of the guards to make sure you have not absconded with this child? Should we just do a little quick check?
You may if you would like to, but that would only mean that you're in my company for more time. So...
You seem to want to prolong this interaction. You think I'm as stupid as a child, but I think I'm quite intelligent, and maybe I'm not seeing a family resemblance here. So maybe I feel like bothering you a little bit more.
Husker, I'm going to make my way. I just need to want to get out of here. So if you would like to speak to these tieflings, be my guest, but I would like to get going.
Yes. You know, maybe it's not worth my time. My time is extremely valuable, as you may know.
Perhaps.
Okay, we will make our way. Oh, and tiefling, if you do like good music, perhaps stop by the Speckled Hen later.
Or don't.
Perhaps I will.
Sorry, made you cry. Come listen to my music though.
As he says, perhaps I will. He takes his sister by her hand as they clasp and then start walking down the street away from you. That actually took quite a while. This is probably about the time that you're coming back to the gates now. Two things. First of all, Husker, run me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, Jesus. Turning the tables on you, boy. I'm very good at wisdom. That's a 20.
Being sus, by the way.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20? Okay, good to know.
Dirty 20.
You feel this, like, sensation wrapping your mind for a moment, and then Gregor, like, starts walking away and you, like, shake out of it and keep walking. As you
light up a
come to the
cigarette.
gates... As you
I
come
take
to the
that as
gates,
withdrawals. I light up a cigarette.
as you go to the gates, you hear a small commotion occurring, and that feeling of of electricity is like getting a bit stronger. It actually feels like, when you're at a concert and it's like the music's very loud and you're right next to speakers and you can feel the sound waves hitting your body. It feels like that, like waves of just. Vroom, vroom,
Coming
vroom,
from
vroom.
the commotion, or just
Coming from an unknown source in the air, just like seems to be emanating from. It seems to be emanating both from you and hitting you at the same time.
I'm gonna sort of just gently grab onto Thal's arm and like not really tell him anything's changing because I've already told him to keep an eye out, but like grab on a little bit tightly to show that I'm not comfortable.
Okay.
And then sort of just like look over to the commotion.
I'll look where she's looking.
Okay, 1 second. Roll me a perception.
Okay. 11. Is Thal rolling as well? Oh,
Yeah.
both
11.
Oh,
We
God.
are siblings.
They are siblings, yeah.
As you start looking around, you see the small commotion is actually between a few guards at the entrance. They seem to be arguing a little bit. From what they're arguing, you're a bit too far away to notice, but you did notice that it seems to be the two guards who were talking specifically.
Doesn't seem like something we should get ourselves involved with.
No, I agree. Doesn't seem to concern us.
I still feel on edge though, just so you know.
Anything I can do to help with that?
It feels like energy, like magic of some kind.
Speaking of, sorry, Husker and Gregor, what are your passive perceptions?
16.
16, yeah, you feel something very similar but less so, like you feel like the pulsing start, but not as strong. It's more maybe like you're a few rows back from the speakers right now.
I have 12.
12.
That's it.
You don't quite feel this yet. The air feels prickly, same with you, Thal, but you haven't quite cottoned on to this next part yet.
Got it.
I don't know.
I start smoking faster.
I'm not sure if I'm just anxious because of crowds. That doesn't seem like me, but
As you're saying
I've
this, you
seen
feel
you
this
in crowds before.
this pulsing speed up. The air seems thicker around you. The same for you, Husker. And you also, it seems like when you're passing out, when the world seems so far away, and like it's spinning, that starts to happen. Like the air feels thick, like you're being choked by the atmosphere around you. And this pulsing is faster and faster.
can I use my once per day ritual cast at normal casting time detect magic?
So you cast detect magic.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying
Yeah,
like
no, no.
it's
You cast
quick,
detect
not
magic.
10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, you cast detect magic, and you, as soon as that occurs, you see what feels like an aurora borealis of just like color, of like magical energy flowing through the air, through the gates, and washing over all of you.
Can I see an origin point?
Seems like it's coming from the gates, and that's all you can really see from where you are right now.
And the gates is where the two guards are arguing.
Yes. That's also something that you've noticed now, Husker, is that maybe a few minute walk behind you, where the gate was, is where there seems like a commotion happening now. You also notice Briar's very identifying green hair.
Oh, okay. So we got eyes on him now.
Yeah.
I start slapping Gregor
And
on the
also,
arm.
you also noticed the giant green Dragonborn. Don't think that was
Bit more
needed to
identifiable.
Yeah, no,
mention.
that also. Oh, the green hair. Oh yeah, green man. I'm slapping Gregor to like get his attention.
I instinctively pull my arm away. Please don't do that. I think Gregor's on edge because of all these people that are around right now.
You're feeling choked out for a different reason, like just from anxiety around you.
Stress.
Yeah.
He just hates it.
Yes. What is it? What do you want?
Something's going on. Something's going on. I'm just pointing. Like
I look
slapping and
around.
pointing.
I look and I see Briar's hair. I'm like, because Gregor's pretty tall. I think we need to go over there. I think we should, to make sure they're okay. As much as I would like to just get to the speckled hen. Okay, follow me, and I go through to try to find Husker. No, sorry, Briar and Thal.
Okay. As they approach, what do you do?
I'm looking around at all the colour and like trying to find the origin point, and I'm like, Thal, there's magic coming from the gates.
Something odd to you, I will know, is as you're walking towards the origin point, usually what is just a stream of colour, specifically one colour, like a bluey, purpley, inky colour, is first of all multicolours, greens and purples and reds and like even like greys and whites. But also as you start walking towards it, you notice it parts like fog and like smoke, and like you can like waft your hands through and it just like dissipates like a thick smoke.
There's something very strange about this magic. It's not normal. It's either stronger or more disguised, and I can move it.
The guards did mention that there have been attacks, and the two theories were demons and illusionists. Does that tell you anything with all that?
I do get to learn the school of magic that it's coming from. Unless it's like
Conjuration
Conjuration.
is probably the closest. At which point, as Gregor and Husker, you get about like a minute away from them as they start walking up. You notice the two guards ahead of you as you're walking through, and also Thal, you would notice this, but as you're walking up, as the smoke parts, you notice them both freeze their argument. What's both your past position is
14.
14. Thal's yours is 12. You don't notice this, but you do. A single bead of blood pours out of the ear of the one of the guards, as they both of you notice this collapse to the ground. As you approach, you both, even now, Thal, you physically hear this vroom, 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 vroom sound. Everyone can hear this. It feels like it's emanating from everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Is anyone else around us reacting?
Everyone's getting away from this, from what you can tell.
So the crowds also have this effect.
Now that you've paid attention to it, yes. In terms of before, when it felt like you were overwhelmed, like when you're about to pass out and you can't really take in any information around you, it feels like for just that moment you snapped out of it, and now as you look around, you notice everyone is running away.
I think we should leave, unless you want to fight something.
I'm gonna say at this point,
There's
Husker and
someone
Gregor have
bleeding in
caught
the
up. So by now Husker and Gregor have caught up to you guys, because you guys are moving slowly and they're pursuing you.
Magic. I'm not sure what. I think it's conjuration, but it's hard to tell. It's not like anything I've seen before. And I gestured to the two guards that just fell on the floor in front of us.
Are you guys? I'm trying to talk over this. Maybe it feels like it might be loud, but even there may not be sound.
Yes, this is exactly how it is.
Okay. Are you guys all right? This is very weird what's happening. Should we get away from here? Did you do that? Those guards.
Me?
No, so it's a no.
Worth asking.
Let's go. Let's
And as you say, let's go, you almost having to scream at this, and all of you can barely hear him over this pulsing. It goes vroom, 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 louder, 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 and then you hear this crackling electricity sound as you see a faint light emanating, and as you look around the gate door, you see these purple tears in reality spring forth and rip open, and out of which crawls these. How's the best? Let me find a picture of them, and then I'll describe the picture as I go. I just want to make sure I don't get this wrong. There we go.
Magical terrorism. They're operating up a void.
These sort of green, sort of bipedal, but more like quadrupedal, like apes, walking on their fist, pig-like creatures with these long snouts and these gnarled teeth crawl out of the portal. I will send a picture of it into the Discord very quickly.
It's the pigman from the Nether.
Yes. Let me just drop that there.
Portal's no good.
Was a pint, and
what
now
do we got?
Ooh.
Hey, looks like Thal. Is that your dad?
All of the characters we ever fight. Hey, it's Thal's dad.
No, look at the face. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be anyone related to me.
I don't know.
Might be closer to
Oh, that's Gregor.
to Gregor, yeah.
Damn.
Got the
Just a missing link.
And I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh,
Wait a second though, let me pull you over. Make sure to pull your tokens on before you roll.
And we were near the gate, right?
Yeah, you guys would be around here somewhere.
Okay, yeah, I guess where I am is
Oh, that's
fine.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Move
Sorry about that.
away.
Not the bad.
Okay. What do I put on myself? There I am.
Oh my God, there's
Not
six
on a
of
line
them.
like that, but as you approach the gate, you notice 6 tears flutter into existence as they rip out in these lumbering, sort of ape ape pig hybrids stumble out.
Yeah.
Remember to for stream to
What?
change.
Yeah,
Tap.
I'm on it.
That's all.
Boop. Everyone's frozen. Cool.
Whoa.
Has that fixed it? Why is everyone frozen?
Just have a cool pic of each of us.
No, I don't know how to fix that though.
That's pick.
Dave's moving.
Oh, is it moving for you?
Dave is. Or, yeah, Dave's fine. Everyone else is frozen.
Why is everyone else frozen?
Oh,
I
no.
don't know.
I don't know. We're trapped.
Let me.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, everyone's broken.
Just go into the thing that has our picture and reselect the option, like you had to do for your camera once. It might just be, it can't make that connection.
Okay, we're gonna make a small technical break. No, that isn't working.
No?
Oh, like that. I know what you mean. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go through a very short break before we start this
Fix that.
to fix this. So 1 moment, we'll just do that, and then we'll get into this combat right afterwards. That's the wrong one. This one. Twitch.tv/yonchandyona. Let me run a quick ad.
Are we on break now?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're just gonna awkwardly sit here until we're ready to go.
Never mind. Dave's the only one moving around with you.
Stream manager, here we go. And then run a quick 3-minute ad. And then for everyone who's still here, because they're subscribed or whatever, let me just BRB. Send that.
BRB.
Goes right. Can everyone move? Everyone move? Sweet. Can everyone see Dave's tiny head on my camera?
Tiny head, tiny head.
Yes.
Don't call my tiny head like that, man. I'm
Okay.
insecure
Closer
about
to
that.
the camera. Just really get in there.
Oh, I
we
can't
go.
mash roll on this one. 1 second. Okay.
I can't sit like that.
Fucking chin chin.
Oh yeah, we have to look at roll 20 now, huh? We can't look at your screen anymore.
Sadly, you'll have to look at roll 20. I know.
Not look at ourselves ever again.
I know looking at yourselves is
I
so
love looking at myself.
preferable, but Dretch. Please let me know because what I've done is I'm having the combat so everyone can sit up on this screen, and then I'm gonna roll my combat through this screen. So now I can't see the stream. So if somebody could let me know if the stream starts acting wacky, that'd be appreciated.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Okay, so the first one +0, so 16. I'm just gonna roll a bunch of initiatives real quick. You guys can talk if you'd like.
A bunch of initiatives.
About
6
at least 6.
tears in reality as these
Right.
pig men come.
It's actually more like it's actually more like 2. To be fair, I did say
Maybe
6,
fall out.
but yeah,
Yeah.
there's like 2 big ones, and then 3 of them crawl out of each and sort of spread out as they exit.
Okay.
Thought they each got their own individual.
I did say that, but I was wrong.
Okay.
That was my bad.
That's okay. That's okay.
Do we by chance see a magic caster with gestating to the sky as if they just succeeded in opening the rifts? Do we see someone?
Although that would be fun, you do not.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if you actually want like a definite answer, if you can check during your turn in game,
Sure. Okay.
just because that'll burn your action. That's all.
Okay.
But just of a quick look, a free thing, you don't see anyone. There's no cackling in the background, be like, my plan has worked.
Yes, my
Kinda
evil
shit.
scheme has. Yeah.
Okay.
I have summoned them once and for all.
My pigman.
And then finally,
My whole life's work.
Release Terra.
Please terror, my pigman. Yeah, see, terrors.
I might start doing this thing where I just roll 1 initiative for all of them, which means you have a bunch of attacks in a row, but it makes it quicker. We'll see. Okay, so let me move that to the side. Let me move that one off to the side. I can no longer see chat, but that's fine. Okay, so as you guys come into the fight, all these creatures crawl out of these portals, and the sky starts to dim and sort of become a little bit overcast.
Oh no.
As that happens, as the combat's about to start, all of a sudden the water around you is plunged into a thick storm.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Aesthetic.
You don't understand how long I spent aligning those two so they were perfectly aligned. Sorry.
Oh.
I was going to take a second to appreciate that.
Ooh,
Okay.
Good job, Jasky.
Can I move this around?
You're the ruler, I think.
Oh.
Oh no, you're not. That's Joe measuring things. Never mind.
Wait, no,
Behind me.
the turn order's supposed to be in a specific place, right?
Yeah, top. Like
Okay.
at the top of the chat box, but
Sorry, the layout got messed up, so let me just fix this really quick. Who's first? Gregor, start thinking about what you want to do, if you haven't already. I mean, all of you should be thinking about what you want to do, to be fair, but, like,
I am thinking about.
think
what I'm
harder.
doing.
I'm thinking. I can't think any harder.
I have a really big D20 that I got last week.
Nice.
How big? Oh,
Ooh.
I have no scale on
That
how
is
big
a
that
very
is. You're
big.
holding it.
Hold against your eye. Have you got banana for scale?
I have a. Okay,
Yeah, we
here's
don't
a
know if you
pen.
just have like super big hands.
There's a
Okay,
pen.
Yeah.
Okay, pen for
And,
scale.
Pretty
Does
big.
that does it
held
do
it
anything?
off camera.
Yeah, hold it a bit further down, Joe, for the stream. A bit further
Does
down?
that do-
There you go,
Pull
perfect.
it towards yourself.
Yeah, put it towards yourself.
I'm
Okay.
like looking
There you
in
go.
the.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
Done it.
Gregor.
yes. So this is where they. This is where they are.
Yes.
This is where they. Okay. Then. I would like to. If something has a 20-foot cubed range, if they are on it, are they in it? Does that make sense? So, if I'm here and I want like this 20
so you want,
foot.
so is anyone within a 20-foot cube?
Correct.
Then yes.
So do they have to
would
be
so.
inside of it, or if it hits them?
They have to be
it doesn't
inside of it.
count?
You can't go in between cubes. It has to be within cubes. So this would be a 20-foot cube.
Oh.
Got it.
If you can move that wherever you want. You can't move it. Let me know where you want it, and I'll move it.
It's a pretty good cube. I think that's the best you're gonna get.
It's a great cube.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
We slammed all three of them. Yeah.
Is that what you want it?
So then I would like to, I turn to the crew and I say, "You're welcome," and I cast a fairy fire.
Okay.
What?
Gregor turns to you and goes, "You're welcome." As he turns around, just with a flourish, just throws out a hand, and out of the hand spurts this, what colour?
It is a violet.
As he just throws his hand towards the gate, out of his hand flies this violet glitter as it lands upon. What's the range of fairy fire?
60 feet.
Perfect. Or just. You throw it out and it spurts and flies over all of them. They all need to make dexterity saves, correct?
Yes, they need to do. Let me read. Dexterity saving throw.
That's very loud. I might need to find a better place to do this. Let me get some paper.
Let the
So,
world know.
first one rolled a 15. Second one rolled a... I'll re-roll that one because it wasn't very good. In terms of it wasn't very well rolled. It was actually really high. Second one rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
Okay.
And the third one rolled an 18.
Dang it. So, 2 passed and 1 failed.
Okay, we'll say this one failed. The furthest back one be this one. Huh?
Okay. Then, as a bonus action, I'm going to look at Briar and say, "All right, I'm gonna need you to rise up." And I give Briar bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Rise up, gamers, rise up.
Which I believe is a D6.
Whoa.
Yes.
Inspiration's only on attack and not on damage. If I was
It's on any roll.
do-
It's not on damage, yeah. You can't
Yeah.
add your inspiration to damage, but it's any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll.
Okay.
Is it your turn, Gregor?
That is my turn.
All right. Wait,
Come on, big boy.
the combat turn order has stopped displaying what numbers were rolled.
Like, did
I-
you stretch it out? Or...
Yeah.
I still see them.
Can you guys see them?
I
Yeah.
can see them, yeah.
Okay, can you let me know if there's any... I think there's like a drawer in there somewhere. For some reason, I can't see them.
It's between Thal and one of the boys.
Okay, then we'll let Thal go first. How it is. That's fine. This guy next. Okay, which one's this one? This first guy, sort of like, just as you throw the confetti, is already running towards you. And therefore, the confetti manages to miss him. Somebody drew a triangle up in the top for some reason. Get rid of that real quick.
Nice.
That's Husker.
God damn it, Husker.
I'm sorry, I was playing with it.
He has a speed of, 5,
my
10,
triangle.
15, 20. 5, 10. He's gonna run right up to. Gregor, and as he gets there, you're ready for a bout of attacks, and instead it stops and burrows its legs into the ground. As it does, this green gas seeps from its body, from every orifice, including like these small holes in its ribcage. It just like spreads around in a 10-foot area around it.
Love that.
Gross.
So that's all of us, right?
Yep, I need everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
How's my con?
Is this
Let's see.
is this poison?
Yep.
Let me just ask you another question.
No!
Would divine health? That's the one. Would divine health help me here?
What's Divine Health say?
It makes me immune to disease.
Disease?
As far as I remember, poison.
Check that.
I'm using my inspiration on that, and it's still only a 9.
Divine Health, did you say? Okay.
Yes.
13.
13, good to know. Divine Health makes you... Where is that? Divine Health. That's smiting, that's Divine Health. It makes you immune to disease, so this wouldn't help you.
Fuck.
Go ahead, did you roll your thing already? Right, sorry, what did we roll? Briar.
9.
9, okay. Gregor?
Oh no! I naturally failed along with Thal.
Okay, Thal, I assume that's a natural one as well.
Yeah.
Actually, what are the numbers still? I don't think you're able to get to the DC, but the natural failures don't matter. So what were the numbers? So Gregor?
Okay. 4.
4. Thal?
That's what I got.
3.
3. And Husker?
13.
13. Nice. Okay, so everyone but Husker, you are poisoned until the start of its next turn.
Oh yeah, that.
When poisoned this way, you can only take an action or a bonus action, not both.
Hate it.
And also, you have no reactions.
Ooh.
How long does this last again? Sorry?
This lasts until the start of its next turn.
Got it.
Also, the area within this other blue square that I've made is lightly obscured. Just so you're aware. Like this is like a thick green gas surrounding you. That's his
Never
turn.
mind. I thought it was a
Briar.
different thing. So okay. Okay. I
Okay.
can only do one or the other by this poison.
Yes, you have no reactions. You can do a bonus action or an action, not both.
Well, frick, dude.
Oh,
Okay.
frick, dude.
I can only. Oh, that's annoying. I guess I'll summon. I feel like they're gonna run at us. Okay, I'm gonna move.
Don't be summoning. If you want to summon things, you need to let me know beforehand.
Oh, it's not like a creature. Don't.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna summon my Shadow Blade.
Okay.
A bonus action.
Describe.
It is a sword of solidified gloom. That's how it is described. It's like as I'm gonna have it come from those darkened parts of my fingers. I'm
Okay.
gonna kind of like rub my fingers together and then just like throw my hand out,
Perfect.
and this like black shadowy sword appears out of it. But I can't attack right now because I can only do one or the other. So
Okay.
I just hold it.
You summon it. So yeah, you all see as she rubs her fingers together and throws her hand forward, and as she does, this long, sleek black blade forms, and a hilt develops within her hand that she grabs hold of.
And it's for other turns. Is this dim light because of the storm?
Sure.
Nice.
Is that your turn?
That's it for now, yeah.
Okay, Thal.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna move up, first of all. To around here. here, actually.
Nice.
And I'm gonna hit the boy right in front of me.
Okay.
Not using any magic quite yet, only mace.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. With advantage because you're flanking. As
Ooh,
you
you're right.
stumble around him.
No.
Unfortunately, a 9 doesn't hit. You bring down your mace upon him, and as you hit him, you just hit into like this jelly-like back fat, and it just like bounces off, not really doing much connection.
Love that
Love.
description.
Thank you. Is it your turn? That's your action. Do you have any move? You've already moved. Do you want to move any more?
No, you said no bonus actions, but can I cough?
Can you cough? Yeah, sure. You can cough. Free action cough.
There is poison.
That is your turn. This boy is gonna run up behind you.
Oh, do we get a chance to save on this on our turns or anything?
Nope. This will only lasts for 1 round.
Okay, I'll just check.
So-
Ends, huh?
5. This guy's also gonna run up behind, and instead of dropping a smoke cloud, also he's gonna attack you, Thal, for a
Yeah.
19 to hit.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Yeah, that hits.
For a d6. Oh god. For 4 points of piercing damage, as it comes up, it bites into your back. These long gnarled teeth, raking through like the less protected part of your back armor, and as it's in, you feel another attack come down in the form of a large paw onto your back for a. It's got advantage as well. 11 to hit.
No,
Do you have a shield?
luckily. Yes, I do.
Okay, as this big paw is about to come down upon you, you actually throw up your shield behind you and it hits the shield instead. And nearly knocking the shield out of your hand, you can just tell that these things are just like these big hulking creatures. But not making any purchase. Husker.
I reach over to Gregor, and I'm casting protection from poison.
Nice.
Okay.
So that
Ooh.
not only neutralizes the poison that is active. For the next hour, he has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. And
Awesome.
resistance to poison damage.
Is that concentration?
Does not appear to be.
I'm pretty sure it's like an hour long.
I just want to make sure that if it isn't, if it isn't concentration, it's concentration. Let me turn Songbird up a little bit because it's a bit quiet now. I put music on.
I'm always quiet.
Oh my god, there's music.
Yeah, I just realized that the combo was a little bit
Nice.
awkward between like turns where it was just like nothing.
Yeah, that's good.
So, let me get rid of that. Okay, protection from poison is not. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, your poison is now neutralized, Gregor.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I imagine in the future you will have advantage against saving throws
You
and
will.
resistance to poison damage.
Oh,
For the
nice.
poison.
Is it your turn, Husker?
Boyo, I'm fine. I can still take a bonus action. I'm just.
Oh, cool. Thank you very much, Feathered One.
I'm thinking this will come in handy. Just
I do believe
because.
it will.
Just because I'm gonna cast Shillelagh. I can't wild shape, so
Okay,
I'm
so
just gonna
you
cast Shillelagh on myself.
pull out your weapon and you mutter a few words, of which some like roots start to grow from the shaft of the weapon that you're holding, forming onto it and forming a weapon in which is guided by nature itself. Okay, time for a bunch of boys.
Bunch of attacks. Here they come.
Come and get it.
He runs up. Thal.
Okay, good.
Oh, he doesn't have advantage, so that's a 12 to hit.
Nope.
And, again, no advantage, a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll do it.
As he runs up, he goes to bite you, biting into your large metalled bracers. It doesn't quite make any indent, but instead, as you're blocking the other hand, you have no second hand to block with, and coming down the back of your head, he throws his big meaty fist down for. I need the right dice. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Noted, Chief.
That's not so bad. You can handle that.
Absolutely.
Then it's...
Oh, the guy up there should have been before.
Oh, what do this guy? Oh, whoops. So I'll just do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's his dash action. Dredge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
You also skipped this guy.
Wait, did I?
Yeah.
Wait,
In that
at some
whole
point.
confusion, just before this guy's turn
Okay.
is this guy's
The
turn.
5,
Yeah,
10,
yeah,
15,
six.
20, 25, 30, 35,
You're dashing.
40 to there. Okay, that's all their turns though.
Sorry, Thal.
Gregor!
Ow.
Oh gosh. There's a lot of you here all of a sudden. Just looking at this option.
Is he
Each
the only
creature.
four?
Oh, don't. That's dangerous. Okay, so here's what I do. As a bonus action, I will.
Wait, you started your turn within the cloud. You need to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage because of protection from poison.
Now we're still in the cloud.
Nice.
I see. Okay, Constitution.
Let's get that gust.
Oh,
You are poisoned again.
You son of a bitch! You wasted.
One or the
You
other.
wasted my gift.
okay. Well, okay, sorry, Thal. I need to do this thing. Okay, I look at this fool here,
Okay.
and I say to it, let's see, where did it go? You've the personality of broccoli, my least favorite vegetable.
Oh,
If I were starving, I'd throw you away, for I don't suffer what isn't enjoyable. And I cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay. I need to check something about Vicious Mockery again. 1 second.
He called him a fucking vegetable. He's
Hey,
taking
just some-
damage.
Yeah, he's just so mean to him. It hurts.
Yeah,
They
cool.
do not.
I was waiting to make sure I got it though. It's all good. Okay. What wisdom saving throw did you say?
Target can hear you both.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
You rolled a 3.
Nice.
So he fails.
Very
Okay.
wise.
So he got 3 psychic damage.
That's the guy between you and Thal, correct?
Correct. Yeah, this
Yeah,
guy.
cool.
Yeah. So and then he has
Disadvantage on his next attack roll, I believe.
disadvantage next attack roll.
Awesome. Is it your
Right.
turn?
That is my turn.
This guy, feeling that, is going to turn around with one big swing and try to hit you with his big meaty fists.
Come and get it.
For 14 to hit.
14
Yep.
does not hit.
And then he's going to turn back to Thal and try to bite him. For
Oh,
a
he's the one who mocked you.
for an 18 to hit Thal.
18.
Yep.
Yeah, that hits. That matches my AC.
For 6 points of piercing damage.
Ay.
But that's his turn. Briar.
If I do something with this cone, would it hit Thal?
Yes.
Damn it, Thal.
He's in that
How big is the cone?
It's a 15-foot cone, centered, like coming.
I'd
from
give
me.
Thal advantage on whatever saving throw.
It's not a saving throw.
What
that's
is
why
it?
I'm asking. A color spray,
There's damage.
which is
AC
like a
versus
pool of
AC.
hit points, and then you go through the pool of hit points until there's none left.
Then I could say you could choose Thal last.
It goes from ascending order in their current hit points. So whoever has the lowest hit points goes first, and it goes up and up. And I think Thal's pretty low on hit points, is why I'm asking.
I think I'm good.
You probably it's up to you. You can try. You
It
can risk
would
it.
likely hit him.
Probably have more hit points.
It
than
could
Thal
hit
does.
him. Yes. It's up to you.
I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
Look, I wouldn't worry about that.
I'm not gonna
Hey.
risk it.
I probably have more hit points than you.
I'm going to attack the one in front of me
Okay.
with the blade that I summoned. But because it's dim light, I get advantage because it blends in with the shadows.
Sure.
around.
Hell yeah.
Double 21.
Okay. Sure. That's something that you guys notice as she's about to strike with this blade. For a moment, out of the corner of your eye, it looks like she's about to try to punch one of these creatures because it looks like she's not grasping anything. But then in the last second, forming from these shadows, this long onyx blade that you saw someone just slashes through it for 10 damage.
Always hit just near the side of their head because it's psychic damage.
Oh.
So I just like smack it into the side of their head and then
you slice through, but as it hits, the shadows dissipate, doing some internal damage but non-externally. As you slice into them for 10 points of psychic damage. There's one right in front of you.
Yeah. So it looks like I'm not hurting him. Also,
Awesome.
I need to do the con save again because I'm in the...
Yes, that you should have done that first.
Yeah, well this is my action anyway.
Yeah, okay, cool. Do that now.
12? That
12
should be advantage,
succeeds.
but it's 2 12s. Okay, so I have a bonus action as well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I move, I'm screwed. So
Yeah.
I might just stay here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Is it your turn?
Yeah.
Thal. Roll me a save.
Big save, big save.
Oh,
No!
What is going on today?
Jesus
Look,
H. Christ.
Josh, please.
You
Dave,
hacked
is that your second natural one?
You. For the same
Is
thing.
it? I think it might be my fucking third.
No,
It
for
really
this.
might.
For this thing.
Just for constitution saves? Yeah, I
Yeah.
roll natural 1 and then I roll natural 1 again.
Okay, you take 4 points of poison damage.
I have a question for you before that.
Yes?
Just, if you want to be generous or not. I completely understand if not. As a Greek Dragonborn, I have resistance to poison damage. Now,
Well,
would you be willing to
That
extend
does
that
make
to poisons?
sense. It does
That seems
kinda
pretty
make
cut and dry.
sense.
You would think,
Because I'm
but...
fine. I'm fine. Otherwise.
You would say, but... Dwarves specifically say that they have resistance to poison damage and advantage on
Well-
poison saving throws. Dragonborn don't say that, because they get a breath weapon instead.
I would just assume that it halves the damage that you took there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would have the
Yeah.
damage.
That's
but-
what it is.
I'm gonna say
But
because it
that's
doesn't
what I could have
specifically
before.
because it
That's
doesn't
okay.
specifically say that he has advantage on poison saving throws. I'm gonna say no because that kind of makes dwarves
It
useless.
unbalances it, yeah.
Not the advantage, just the...
Yeah,
That's why I didn't bring
definitely
it up
resistance to
beforehand.
poison damage. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and take that.
Take that.
So
So-
you take 2
four
points
has
of poison
to-
damage instead.
Hell yeah.
You.
Don't roll another natural one. Don't do it.
Okay, what's your turn?
My turn. Is the poison lingering in the air because he's shooting out more and more of it?
Nope, it's just lingering in the air.
Start floating.
Alright.
God damn
So
it.
beating him to a pull necessarily won't do anything.
Anyone got gust?
Gus?
think
I have
it's a
something
survival
that
level for this.
could work really damn well.
No, no.
Not for me necessarily, but for everyone else who has range. I'm gonna take a quick turn to... What's it called again? I want to use Divine Sense.
Okay.
So until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me.
Okay, so you grab your holy symbol and you concentrate for a moment, and as you open your eyes, you see all the creatures but your friends around you all glow with demonic energy, and that is about all you see within the area.
Those fiendy boys.
Good. Okay.
It's like,
That is an action, so...
do we see
That's my turn
only
done.
him?
Only him.
Okay.
Okay, that's your turn.
Here we go.
This boy is gonna hit you from behind as you close your eyes and grab your holy symbol, concentrating for a moment. 13 to hit.
No.
And 17 to hit.
Also no.
You close your eyes and you hold your holy symbol, and you feel these faint pats on your back as this thing hammers down with its hand and then its claw, then its mouth. But don't seem to really even make contact with you for a moment, like you're shielded by your faith as you're praying for just that split second. Husker.
Okay.
Want me to save?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Let me make sure that really quickly, just in case. Yeah.
On save. Click.
The thing. You're fine.
Ooh. Okay.
He's rolling to GM by accident.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I have
fine,
gust
it's
of
not.
wind. I
Ooh.
have gust of wind. What? Concentration, and it's a 10-foot wide blast. So I can't even get all of you in it.
If we all just huddle together really quick.
Yeah, but you're not gonna, because if any of you moves, you'll incur opportunity attacks. So what I'm gonna do with my original plan, I'm gonna scoot forward. How do I move my token? Let me move him. There he goes. I'm gonna scoot forward. I'm gonna cast protection from poison on Thal. One by one. I'm just gonna crank him out. So now you have double resistance against poison damage, and you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned.
Actually, rolling 2 natural ones on the next one.
You fucking better not. That's all
I
I'm
fucking
saying to
would.
you. You fucking better. Is all I'm saying. And just for fun, this is no way gonna work, but I need to test something. Oh, that's not even gonna do it. Damn it. That might be it for me. Yeah. That's it for me. I'm just gonna slowly make my way through the crowd casting this on everyone. Alright, that's
Okay.
it.
Sure. Then,
Here they all go.
okay. This guy's gonna attack Thal because it's the only one that he can reach. But only 14 to hit, Thal.
Oh, okay.
Second one is a natural 1.
Nice.
That means he has to roll on the fumble table.
Fumble table.
Fumble.
Somebody wanna roll me a fumble? I'll tell you in a second.
What that?
I need a
I don't know
D100 from
what
somebody.
it is.
I'll do it. 19.
The D Hundy.
90?
Yeah.
Takes 90 points of damage.
As he claws out towards you, well, first of all, he goes in for a bite that just like skirts off your arm with these gnarled teeth, not being able to make enough pressure to crack through. And then as he feels like he goes in to hit you, at which point rather than blocking it, you just step out of the way of it, and his own weight takes him to the ground as he falls prone.
Idiot.
And I must make a Constitution saving throw. He succeeds. Okay. Yeah. No.
He's prone.
This guy falls prone as we'll do that one. Falls prone as he goes to attack you. Okay.
Okay.
Next
Cool.
is this boy who's going to attack Briar.
Okay.
Briar, 8 to hit,
No.
Yes.
4 to hit.
No.
Okay, cool. He swipes at you and bites at you, but you're just like stepping backwards every time. This guy is going to go 5 and attack Thal. Thal,
Bring it on.
10 to hit
Nope.
and 8 to hit.
Nice.
I need a new dice,
Also
1
no.
second.
These guys swing
Nice.
away. Do you want this one?
I'm gonna get a different die. No, I'm going. I mean, I'll take that one.
Bro,
myself.
you need different die.
Yeah. Cracking out all the dice today. Okay. That's his turn though.
Numero 3.
This guy is going to attack Husker, yeah.
Hey, why the
Husker!
fuck did you whisper?
What did you whisper?
Husker,
Asshole.
as you run up and you like throw out your hand to cast your spell of protection from poison onto Thal, you leave yourself open as it bites onto you, digging into your neck for a natural 20 to hit.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck,
I'm so sorry.
Careful, feathered one.
This is the second
Careful.
episode in a row that I've done this to Husker.
Husker, that means you take
You
12 points of piercing damage as it bite. Oh wait, no.
Oh,
Yes, 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
12 points.
Nope,
Yikes.
24 points.
Yeah, I thought so for a second. You really had me
actually,
thinking.
70 points.
And then the second attack against Husker
Oh my god.
My neck.
is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
said no reactions while you're poisoned, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck.
My neck.
Husker, as it's dug into your neck, it actually puts both of its claws on you and like rakes down you as it pushes you out of its mouth for 5 points of piercing damage. Sorry, slashing damage, doesn't matter though. And that's its turn. Gregor.
Instantly bloodied.
Oh
Oh my
man.
god.
Feathered one, you've not fared well. I need to make a Constitution save, right?
Style turn,
With
yep.
advantage.
Or am I done with that?
With
Nope,
advantage.
with advantage.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Please.
We're frozen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Do you have physical
no.
dice you could roll?
What?
No.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's gone.
He is gone.
Wait, I'm here?
Oh,
Hi, I see
He's
him.
here.
yeah, I still see him, but
Okay, can you hear
I
me?
hear him.
Yep.
I hear him.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yona
can you?
is frozen.
Are you able to see me?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Iona is frozen.
It's okay.
Damn.
Why is Discord having issues today?
It's okay. Keep going.
Do I need to make a Constitution saving throw?
You do with advantage.
With advantage,
I-
please.
I will
Don't
do that.
fuck this up. Don't fuck this up, Gregor.
Trying not to because ba-ba-ba-ba.
You son of a bitch, Gregor.
All right.
You just can't stop breathing in this poison. It's actually, it sort of smells like that sickly sweet that you just need to experience more of.
Sure.
Yummy poison.
Son of a fucking bitch,
nom,
Gregor.
nom.
All right. So, what do I do now?
Have you guys
Gregor
even
has,
thrown a
like-
single attack at these boys yet?
I have. I've been swinging.
So I'm having an internal struggle, but then I say, Feathered One, don't say I haven't done anything for you. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word on. Actually, you're right next to me. Can I reach out and?
Shame people
Touch
for
you.
that. That is the way
Adjacent
to
to
go.
me.
I just want to see what has better.
Cure Wounds
Slightly.
has touch for slightly better healing.
Let me.
Do you have it
Right.
prepared?
I have Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is better. Can I reach over? And,
Yeah, totally.
Right. It seems you've got a little blood on this feather. And I reach over and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
I'll cast it at. I'm gonna save level 2 spells. That's what you get.
So you
back.
reach out and Husker, you feel this warm surge of feeling as he sings a small melody to you as you feel yourself regain 5 hit points.
And
I'm back to-
because of the poison, that is my turn.
Okay. I don't like this song, 1 second.
I don't like it.
This boy's turn,
Man's
so
right in the middle of us all.
man's right in the middle is gonna.
Who are you gonna pick? You've got a plethora of options.
There is one that he has advantage on and is looking weak. There's no reason not to pick him.
True.
17 or so 19 to hit. Thal?
Oh, him.
Yeah, that does it. So what do you mean looking weak?
You're looking
Yeah, I
weak.
thought he was talking about me.
The one's looking weak, one's got advantage.
Only 1 point of damage.
Oh, dang.
1
Nice.
point of piercing damage.
Nope.
Oh, wait, that's a bite.
And then 17 to hit.
Nope.
Nice.
Doesn't hit.
Damn.
So he bites up towards you. Finally, after he keeps biting down the exact same spot, finally, a single one of his teeth has broken through that armored exterior of your armor. And slightly pierces into you. Not quite doing a lot of damage, but really threatening to be very, very brutal in the future. Briar.
I'm attacking this boy.
Roll me that
but I'm gonna do
save.
Save first. 11.
11.
Oh.
Just succeeds.
Okay. Doesn't matter, I've only got one thing to do anyway. 17 to hit the guy in front of me.
17 hits the guy in front of you.
This one for 11 psychic damage. I slice back
Yeah.
into his head again. Or the shadows dissipate.
As you turn, you're about to slash into him, and then you feel you feel something. You don't feel like slashing's the best idea, so you spin your blade and go in sideways with the blade coming out, and you stab into his head. And as your blade goes in, it dissipates as it enters and then reforms on the other side. And the creature ahead of you goes... And then this like black ichor pours from its mouth down its torso and falls to the ground, dead.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna... This guy's on the ground, right? He's like stuck in the ground.
He fell prone, he's not stuck in the ground.
Hell.
Can I do a hop, skip, and a jump over him? Is that possible? Can I like use the body of the other guy to like bounce over?
It depends. What you're going to try to hit with it?
No.
Or you're gonna just get into that
on the other
space.
side of
You
him.
can't occupy the same space.
No, but can I get on the other side of him?
All the way on the other side of this
Can I
guy.
jump over him by using the body of the guy that just fell?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I like jump over his body.
Roll me in acrobatics just to see how well you do it.
Okay. Acrobatics 20.
Ooh.
20's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, you hop up and you jump. 19 to hit. The guy that between you
guy
all
back
who
here,
you're
yeah.
going out the friend range
Yeah,
of.
that hits.
Okay.
Friend range.
Friend range.
As you jump, you actually don't think you're going to make it until you feel this thwack coming from behind as he pushes you and hits you in the back. With this incredible force of 5 points of damage, you get lurched forward over
Just helping a brother out.
the body of your of the person on the ground. Is it your turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I don't have a bit of bonus action.
Okay. Thal. Poison check.
Alright, let's see.
Poison
I have a blessing
check.
this time.
With advantage.
With
I
advantage.
have a blessing this time.
Don't
Blessing.
you dare.
I've got my egg bro on the side. How could I fail?
Okay, good.
I rolled
That's
twice on
better.
It's
accident.
okay. 19 definitely succeeds.
Fucking thank you for using my gift.
You're about to like just take your turn normally, and then all you hear in your head is this like this sort of like all-knowing voice just say, "Don't breathe," and you're like, "Oh!" and you hold your breath and don't breathe in this time.
That's it, yeah.
And you take a turn as
Write
normal.
that one down, Gregor. Log that one away.
Don't
It's your
breathe.
preference.
Do my best. I will. Listen, it is not up to me sometimes. It is up to,
Listen.
you know, the things that.
Will of the luck.
Things.
Yes.
What are you doing, Val?
I had a plan before, but might not be so smart now, since we can actually take care of them. So, I will just swing, but with God behind my side. Behind my side.
He's behind
By
your
my side.
side.
God
Don't
and
lie.
anime on my side.
Alright.
I'm not
That
gonna
likes
scream.
If you're talking about smite, you don't actually have to say you're going to smite until you hit.
Oh, I don't? Okay.
No. It's one of the things that you don't actually have to call until you know it hits.
Capitalize on those nat 20s.
Huh.
Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
You're right. Well, I'm gonna go for... What is that symbol on this one up here?
He's terrified, so you have advantage. Same
Oh.
as the guy bottom right, you have
Right.
advantage on him as well because he's prone.
Advantage.
Hmm.
I'll go for the one up here.
Okay.
Simply because, you know, Husker's looking hurt.
A little hurt.
And I will whack.
Whack him. 18 to hit. Nice, yeah, 18 hits for 9 points of damage. So
And
you,
I want to use the Divine Smite anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
Do it.
Because it is a fiend.
It is a fiend, so you get an extra d6.
Send God at him.
D6?
Or, what is it, d8?
D8.
D8. I haven't played a paladin in like 2 years.
Fair enough.
We only make janky paladins these days.
We only make janky paladins. So, this, sorry, this beast is like looking at you and he's just thrown his round of attacks at Husker. As he pulls away, he turns to attack you as you bring down your mace upon him. And you hit, and the blood this black ichor spurts to the ground, as if you just knocked it out of him. And the moment passes, but the air feels still until comes down this bolt of lightning from the skies. And
He was already
after
dead.
after the air clears, there is a hole in the head of this creature as it sinks to the ground, dead.
Did God happen to
Nice.
spread
Whoa.
any of the poison gas?
He sadly did not spread any of the
Damn it,
poison
God.
gas. God can only do so many things.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm begging you.
You decimated.
Alright, had I known he was like low, I wouldn't have.
He
used
wasn't low, he was
spike.
full health, Dave.
Oh, you made it sound like I killed him with just the 9 originally.
No, not with just the 9.
That's what I thought. Alright. Never mind, I'm cool then.
I'm cool.
I'm cool. It'll be my turn.
Okay. This boy is gonna attack Thal. So far, as you finish that cool move,
He's like, my brother.
that isn't gonna hit, and then the second attack. 20 to hit on the second one.
Fuck. Yeah.
Damn it.
The first one doesn't hit. As you do your attack, your senses feel heightened, and you just throw up your shield as it's about to bite you. But it swoops slow with its face, like digging into your side for 5 points of piercing damage. These long claws just inserting themselves into like your waist area.
Ouch.
But that's its turn.
Quick question: are we working with the symbols for being bloodied?
Sure, yeah.
Smack that
That's
up.
point Husker. That's point to Gregor and Husker. If you get blooded, right, click on your character token until like the little boxes appear around it. Then click the little circle, and then put the skull and crossbones on yourself.
Bloodied is
Get
less
below.
than half health.
Yeah.
Yes,
You get below
Okay.
half, you get the bones.
you get the bones. But that's,
Oh,
Although there is a symbol for that exact thing, but we never
Is there?
use it. Yeah.
oh well, the bones.
The bone.
the bones.
Husker, roll me a
Alright.
poison check.
Yeah.
Poison
Oh,
check.
I can do this one. Constitution. I've been crushing these so far.
You have
We do.
so far, and you
Holy
continue
shit, he
to.
continues to do so.
Damn.
Look at him go. Does that mean he's like
Very
on
good.
now?
No,
I want one of
I'm
those
big-
rolls.
Thanks.
I want one of those
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, I want one of those.
Husker, what's your turn?
I'm going to attack the one between Gregor and Thal. I don't know how to make that little pulse appear.
Oh,
do
hold
that.
down.
Yeah, just click and hold.
If you're on the normal select.
On the arrow.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But I'm rolling to hit with my quarterstaff and shillelagh, so I'm just going to do it on hand. It's a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
I imagine it does.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Getting that damage.
Damage. Ooh, that's max damage for a 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage, nice. So yes, so
Swing on them.
as he's distracted between the two people to the side, like to the front and back of him, you're just coming from the side with your quarterstaff, blessed by nature itself, and whack it on the head, dealing 9 points of damage.
Crack his skull. Crack his skull.
Definitely more than like the 3 points that were done last time by someone.
Bad.
What?
I think it was Gregor with
What is insult?
bad words. I
Damage
didn't.
is
You
last
know what?
lifetime though.
I missed that. So what I'm gonna do is, Gregor, you can have advantage on your next attack because I missed him of having disadvantage because of not cutting words, vicious mockery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was too long ago now to make up for. So
Right.
you know, actually, what I'll do, I'll just carry it over to his next attack if he survives.
Okay.
We'll just say it took him a long time to get thrown off by that.
He's just realized.
He's only just caught on to what he means.
It's like, oh my god, how could you say such a thing?
This guy's gonna spend half his movement to get back up.
How dare you? Stay on the ground. I want to leap back over you.
Leave man's alone.
I just
He's gonna get back up and make an attack against Briar.
hop, jump in his thing.
Briar 4 doesn't hit, and 4 doesn't hit.
4 does not hit.
Cool. He like lashes up towards you, but you're just every time he's about to hit you, you just take a step back, like you're boogieing backwards, like.
I'm having a great time.
That one's dead, so he's off the initiative order.
It's just for clarification. Is the magic-y like rainbow stuff still going on around me? Because
You still have it active?
I haven't done anything. Oh
Then-
no, I've done my sword, which is
Yes.
concentration.
So no, it goes away.
It was before I did that.
Until you did it, it was.
Okay.
The Dretch. Okay, so he's gonna make 2 attacks against Thal. 7 to hit. 9 to hit. I'm using a different. I need another dice.
Oh, those dice are fine.
I only have 2 good rolls in every dice. Every dice only works twice.
Tired of being hit. From now on, I will never be hit again.
He's off the initiative. Gregor.
All right. Con save. Here we go.
With advantage, with advantage, with advantage.
Come
You
on.
son of a bitch.
Please, God.
Please fail.
Oh,
Okay, you made it.
something.
Man's made it.
Yay! So now I get to do two things.
Do your
or
whole
use a
turn.
bonus action.
Oh.
It's two things.
Hey, now
Lovely.
you're just back to normal.
Okay.
Yay.
Very good. Alright, I will, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word on Thal.
Okay.
I say, Thal, you're a big, strong dragon creature who has taken so many hits today, and I hope that tomorrow is better. And I'll do, let's see, how many do I have left? That'll do.
Quickly, there's something at the top of the initiative. Can everyone roll me a perception check?
Which was just before Gregor starts. his
Technically
story.
just before, but it's fine.
18.
18,
16.
16, 15.
15, yeah.
14.
Oh my god. Okay, you all notice.
Oh, actually, mine was 20.
Damn it.
Oh god.
Just realized
Okay.
it was actually +6, so that's 20.
You all notice that the air around you, which had lost that spark, starts to feel like spark is returning.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
But then you heal Thal for 5 points of healing.
piece of ghost.
Yes,
Peace off, ghost.
I'll do.
All day.
Come on, Dave. Dave, go do it. We're all waiting. We know you want to.
Of ghost.
There we go. Sorry, continue, Gregor.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay, and then let's see, maybe Gregor's getting a little frustrated. Let's see, what does this battle axe do? So I'm gonna grab this one by the throat. Maybe this is mostly for flavor. I want to grab it by the throat and say, "Who sent you?" And then realize that if he doesn't, like, I listen for a half second to see if he responds, if he understands me.
So like, you grab the guy in front of you's throat, like the creature,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Who sent you? What languages do you speak?"
I speak Common, Elvish, Orc, and Sylvan.
Okay, you feel a probing at your mind, like something is trying to talk to you, but you just don't understand it.
Can I
Okay.
hear?
No.
Okay.
And then in your face it goes.
Oh my god.
With me holding his throat, I want to
Welcome.
take my battle axe and brain him.
Brain boom.
Let's-
Brain the boy.
Let's see if I.
Hey, yo, you can roll advantage because you're flanking with Thal technically.
Oh, cool.
So roll again, we'll take the first damage, 16 hits for 8 damage.
Got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Dunk! You brain the boy. And as you do, you and cave in its skull. You bring your axe around as you're grabbing hold of it. Can't really miss because you're grabbing hold of it.
Right.
Down on it. For 8 points of damage, and then man gets conked.
He's conked.
He's conked.
Is he still with us?
No, he's fully conked.
Oh, he's dead. Lovely.
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 He
Baffling.
didn't. He wasn't able to tell me who sent him. I don't think he understood. Anyhow,
That's the end of your turn.
Anyway.
that's my turn.
That was his turn, so he's dead. Briar.
So I heard him speaking as in Gregor, not the
Yes.
thing. Okay, I'm gonna move here first of all, and as I'm about to start casting my spell, do I need to make a save when I go in there?
First of all, yes. No, it's when you start your turn there, so no.
Oh, okay, so starting my turn, then I walked in.
15 to hit.
Yes.
As you move out of the front range of the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
For 5 points of
Wait,
slashing
wait,
damage.
wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I do my disadvantage reaction?
Yeah, sure. What's that called?
What is that? That is my fighting style.
Awesome.
When a
Protection or
creature you
something,
can see
right?
attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you. You can use a reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Cool.
13 to hit.
Still his.
God damn.
Sorry, damn.
Well done.
I'm the
But,
squishy
no.
wizard.
5 points of piercing damage as it bites into you.
I'm going to try talking to the one in front of me and ask the same question, who sent you? That Gregor asked, but I'm going to ask it in Infernal.
Infernal? What languages do you understand?
I understand Common, Elvish, Infernal, Dwarvish, and Draconic.
Okay. You feel probing at your mind again.
And then...
You don't understand it, and then...
Okay.
I did that one quiet because I realized it may be like really loud.
Okay.
No, keep going. The neighbors will love it.
I just sort of shout out, well, it's not Infernal! And then I'm going to do a colour spray, which is the cone thing that I was going to do earlier. 15-foot cone hitting these 3 guys in front of me.
Nice.
Which I need to roll 60-10.
Get it.
Okay.
And then... 1 second. 60-10. So I rolled 37. And then that is the total of how many hit points of this creatures the spell can affect. It starts from the creature that has the lowest hit points, and that creature is blinded, and then you take their hit points away from the pool.
Okay, so they're all on the same health.
Okay.
So we're going to go from the front backwards.
Okay.
Okay.
And if I can't make it up to that amount, I'm pretty sure it just doesn't do anything.
Dang, this is like a
so-
railgun.
It doesn't do damage if the third
It's not
one...
damage. They go blind.
Oh, they just go blind?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't die? Okay,
No,
never mind.
no.
They're both blind. The first two are just blind. Oh my god, I thought they just fucking murked. I was like, that's intense.
I wish.
That's an intense
no.
spell.
Yeah.
I
Keep the
wish.
crosses on them.
Yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
sure, for sure. It's damage.
So these 2 ones next to you are blind. The 2 first ones.
Okay.
Got it.
Which, blinded. What does blinded mean? I don't know what blinded means.
Pretty
Find out
sure.
what blinding means.
I will find out what blinded means.
Thal.
If you couldn't get an answer out of them, then I doubt I can. Well, neither of them could, for that matter. So I will do what I do best.
Can't
Oh, I've
see.
sent.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
Cool.
Actually, is Husker still looking hurt?
I'm not bloodied.
So not visually,
Right.
no. Unless he told
No.
you wouldn't know. Is
Yeah,
the rule
let's
going
keep
to
the
go
cure
off?
with
I think. If unless like if you're not blooded yet and no one's outwardly said that they're hurt, then you can't tell off a quick glance during combat, just to keep it.
That's cool.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
To keep it fair. Alright.
Mhm.
Well, I will smack then. I'll do what I do best.
Smack.
Okay.
Smack.
Which one?
The one in front of Briar.
Okay. You turn around with a mace and your advantage to hit.
Nice.
You hit it with your mace, making a nice solid thud against the hide of this creature.
No smite this time.
No smite this time. Oh, did you not do that already?
Yeah, that was for my my sword. When I got hit. That was all.
Oh, concentration check.
Yeah.
How much damage did you take?
I
5?
took 5.
Yeah, it's fine.
So it's fine.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So you did 6 points of damage. Nice. A nice thud, not killing them or even really horrifically maiming them, but a nice solid hit.
Well, those smites carry you far more than you'd think.
Yeah. Your mace does like a D8 damage, or whatever, and your smite does at least no D6 damage, and your smite does a D8 for one smite.
Blowing holes in the
Yeah.
creature's heads.
Stack smite.
Or is it 2d6 for one smite? I think it's 2d6 for one smite.
Wait a second. I think I've been doing something wrong with the maze. You don't add your strength to the damage roll, do you?
Yeah, you don't have your proficiency
Oh,
to
you
the
do.
damage. Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. We're good.
So you come round, nice solid hit. Is it your turn?
Yes. Also, if that's the case, shouldn't Joe be doing more damage?
Yes, Joe had this problem before.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Are you using your no?
No,
He
he has
hasn't
+0.
because he has a +0 strength. So that's why he's
Yeah,
doing
he's got
damage.
no, no
Oh.
strength.
It's your
No
strength.
strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No strength.
We keep
Every
forgetting
time.
about that.
Every time.
Um,
So no strength.
It's just so weird to have somebody attack with no ability in that at all.
Strength.
That's your turn, Thal. the Dretch. Is this guy still alive? He is. The guy in response to you, the one next to you, Thal, in response to you hitting his kin, is going to make some attacks against you. For a 14 to hit.
Nope.
And then a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Man said, I
Couldn't keep
bet.
that up forever.
So it makes a bite towards you, which you doesn't throw off with your shield, and then as it does, it just like Kamehamehas you, just like fucking sends its claws into your chest.
It's messed up.
For 4 points of piercing damage.
4 points. Okay.
Stabby.
Husker.
I'm gonna
Make
put all my
me
eggs
a
in one
save.
basket. Oh yeah.
Poison boy.
Oh right. I should actually just.
Oh,
do that.
fuck.
Dave, you didn't make me poison. Roll me poison. It actually doesn't matter. Reactions, I guess. Roll me poison. Yep,
Oh, wait,
casual
so
reactions.
doesn't the advantage last for like a while?
Yeah.
Or is it just one?
No, go ahead.
It will last. Okay, what
You're
do I
good.
It's like fucking
Okay.
call for that.
You're fine, also, Songbird.
I'm very good at Constitution. I'm a sidestep dead bro, and I'm gonna use my last second level
Hey,
spell
Dave,
slot
bro.
and cast Flame Blade.
Okay.
Is a bonus action, and then use my action. Right?
Is that green
Attack.
flame blade?
Sorry,
Is that, what did you say, you casting green flame blade, was that?
just Flame Blade.
Just flame blade?
Yeah, it's a different
Yeah.
one.
Never heard of it, I need to go look at that one up. Okay, go ahead.
Just the same sort of thing.
I was taking to the
A
green
fiery
thing.
blade.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool,
Yes. And then attack. Let's see.
The green flame blade means you
Why
have to
not?
have a blade in the first place.
Yeah.
What do
Roll
I
your attacks.
use? It's a melee attack, so that's just strength.
For the flame blade,
Yeah.
it's a scimitar, so it's finesse, so it can be
Strength or dex.
dex.
Oh, Dex, yes, please.
So it'd be a d20 plus your dex plus your proficiency for this one.
Oh, yeah. Even if I'm not proficient, it's a point.
So 20.
Oh, no, it's a melee spell attack, so it'd be your wisdom modifier.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, even better. I rolled an 18.
Okay, 18 hits, and then it's just a flat 3d6 fire damage on her.
Brilliant. I like
Fire damage.
The parallels between Husker and I right now.
7.
That is pretty metal. That is a pretty cool image, because you two are also like flanking each other in a long way.
Yeah, like
So basically, you summon your shadow blade, and he summons a fire one. That's pretty cool. So how much damage?
7.
yeah, green.
7.
God,
As you bring down your sword, slicing into him, dealing 7 points of fire damage, you feel as if it doesn't quite make the impact with the skin doesn't burn as much. It seems like really just like resist it. This thick, oily substance leaks from the skin as the fire makes contact, not doing as much damage as one would hope.
Damn it.
The two
I was
big
worried
lads
that would
need to
happen.
get cool swords as well that they can just summon.
Resistant.
Get an ice one and
So that's
earth
7 reduced to 4.
one. Or a lightning one. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Is it your turn, Husker?
Yes, that concludes.
Okay. This guy's going to make an attack against Briar.
Come at me, bro.
4 to hit.
Bruh.
No.
6 to hit.
No.
Okay. He launches out in a flurry of blows, missing you both times. This one is going to make an attack against Husker.
It's the only one that doesn't have disadvantage.
That's fair.
Oh, I didn't roll with disadvantage on yours. Neither of them hit anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could fumble. Let me just roll again. No. Okay. Now, Husker, just a straight roll. Oh my god, straight roll. 13 to hit.
Does
Advantage
that
on
hit me? Does that hit me?
Disadvantage
Actually, don't know
on
why.
that, 'cause
It doesn't hit.
his reaction, he just said.
It does hit you.
Does not.
Does not.
Does not.
I'll let you keep your. I'll let you keep your reaction for this next one. Next one is 21 to hit.
Yeah, that does.
Dis-
This is okay.
That's a 20 to hit.
oh, damn.
That also.
He rolled an
Thanks for
18 and a
trying,
19.
Rip.
That's karma right there. Right? He said it. It should have been used. So next time. 4 points of slashing damage as it goes in for a bite, which it just misses as you twirl out of the way. And as it comes in for a claw, Thal tries to put up his shield in the way, but it's kind of like a weird angle. So it like hits the corner of the shield and slides off and then still hits you. Dealing less damage, but still damage.
Oof.
I'm officially bloodied.
Down.
Okay. At the top of the initiative, you all hear
God damn it.
Fuck.
No.
as a faint light is emanating from behind the combat, which Gregor you can see ahead of you is a small bead of this like purplish energy is forming.
More pig man.
I'll wait till it's my turn.
Okay. It's Gregor's turn. I just went to Briar by accident.
Got it. Alright. There seems to be something happening in the air. If we can hurry this along. I will... Let's see, that's not that far. Okay. On this fool, I'm gonna say to him... I'm gonna try to do some ASMR for him. I mean, I'm not, because that stuff makes me gag, but I would say,
Oh god.
you...
That's a good reaction, Joe. For any ASMR people in the audience, we respect your decisions.
We have the things we enjoy and then the things that we do not. I thought you were going to make a lovely pet, but you would be no one's pet. You would just make children cry.
Like some.
Like some people do.
Right. And I like my eyes like dart around like
I noticed that.
DC Wisdom 13.
Yeah, it fails.
11 psychic, damn it.
11 psychic? Which one again?
This guy.
This guy?
This guy's. Fuck.
This guy, yeah. As that happens, the Ichor starts bleeding from like everywhere, and it's like hunched over, heavily breathing, but not quite dead.
God, just die.
I'll say this because this is great. I won't say this
Okay.
because it's not great.
Oh,
Never mind, I'm taking it back. It's mine again. I'm taking it, the internet can't have it. It's mine.
taking it back.
Okay, is that your turn?
As a bonus action, do you still have the Bardic Inspiration?
No, I used it up.
Okay. Well, Briar, you rose up quite well last time. I'm going to need you to rise up again. And I give
Rise up.
Briar Bardic Inspiration. And that is my turn.
Okay. Briar.
Would
Gregor, did you roll a
const-
con save for poison?
Fuck!
With advantage?
I
He's
did
got that
not.
poison.
I should have moved out of the box.
We love a poison boy.
Should have all moved out of the box.
You guys should have moved out of the box a
Three in
long time ago.
I walked
Yeah,
out
that
and
would
I
have been a
walked
great
back
idea.
into the box.
Ah,
Okay. Turn say the same. Briar. You're fine.
Okay.
Nice.
You walked out of the box and was like, that poison's
No, I
actually
like
pretty
it.
good, never mind, and then headed back on
I'm
in.
the love of
I
this
like
poison.
it over there. Question: what part of my turn would it use up to look around to see if I can find a source?
Depends.
Like if I just look.
If you if you try very hard to find the source, it would take your action. If you're just doing a quick look around, it could be bonus action. And the source of what? Like the...
What might be making these rifts?
Okay.
Like a magic user or something like a magic item. Can I not put too much effort into it, but can I use my sharp sense bonus, which is for hearing? Like I want to see if I can hear someone casting spells.
Okay, roll with... What does that give you?
It just gives me another d6 on top of it.
Okay, roll with disadvantage.
Okay. So disadvantaged perception, which is a 6, and then force of 10.
10. As you're getting ready to do your turn, your fight, Songbird, stop. You feel that this portal opening behind you, and you hear no sounds that could hint towards a caster.
I mean, I guess there's a lot of sounds going on right now.
There's a lot of sounds, but even like you can't seem to notice anything that would hint at a caster causing this.
So I guess I start my turn, I close my eyes, I listen, and then realize that's not going to work, and then just attack the guy in front of me. I'm like, yeah, well. With the sword again, which is still up. And we're in dim light, so advantage. 20.
20 hits for 5 points
psychic.
damage. The guy in front of you?
Yeah. The guy
Yeah.
was looking bad anyway.
As you bring it down, you kind of just pity kill him because he isn't moving out of the way. He just kills him. He's on 1 HP.
Okay, I just sort of like brush the shadow over his face.
Yeah. And he falls limp to the ground with a.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my turn to get out of the box. I gotta move over there.
Okay. That's your turn.
Yep.
Thal!
I got someone to smack. It's the one who's on Husker.
Okay.
Thanks.
There's no advantage on that though.
I don't believe so.
No, he's the only
No,
one.
Alright.
No wonky flanking here.
No.
That's fine. I'm not gonna need it.
Nice. We love a confident queen.
8 to hit. Well, 20 to hit for 8 damage. Nice, yeah. You lay down a nice solid thud on this man.
Just to clarify, in case it's important, I'm facing away from the group in case
Okay.
another portal.
Well, so you're looking at the pole.
Yeah, I'm looking at. The
Well, as you look at it, the small bead has turned into like a small tear,
So it's starting.
but it's
yeah.
it's getting gradually bigger though.
Okay. I'm like getting ready at that then.
Okay.
Is my guy looking bloody?
My guy is looking blooded.
My guy.
My guy?
My dude?
My
My
good
dude's
bro,
about to perish?
My buddy, my pal.
Perish.
Is that your turn?
He just needs one more hit, Husker. You call this one. And that'll be my turn.
Where is the portal that's opening?
About here.
Okay, can I have just gone to stand in front of it?
Yeah, sure.
Like I'm ready.
No shit, alright.
Got my
They're
sword,
walking
I'm,
up
like,
to
ready.
it.
Damn, okay.
Cool.
Stuff cloths in it. Try to like plug it up.
Just like
Something.
trying to pull it back closed again.
Stitch it together.
Sure.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. So that's Thal's turn. This guy's gonna turn around and try to hit Thal. Thal,
Damn, bitch.
17 to hit.
No.
Oh, 19 to hit.
God damn it.
For
Was that with disadvantage? Because of his
no.
blindness?
So it would be 15 to hit for the first one. Because of the blind. Which doesn't hit. And then the second one is 18 to hit.
That still hits.
So he sort of like smacks out wildly at you because he can't see it, like the sound that you're making as you say, Husker. He needs one more hit. He like flies out at you and you scoot this step back, and you think that's it, but then you're not expecting him comes in with his bite and like clamps down on your leg for 3 points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
We are back down to bloodies.
Okay,
I see.
and that's his turn. Husker.
I'm gonna
This music sounds too hopeful for what's going on.
Too hopeful.
I
gonna
didn't say anything.
I'm gonna trust that he's right and not do what I wanted to do. Just alright, so with Shillelagh, that's 14 to hit?
14 just hits.
Oh,
Nice.
it's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Yeah.
You hit this guy across the face, blood pouring from him. He looks up. Still standing.
Damn it!
That's not good.
Don't like it.
Don't like it.
Oh,
I hate it.
Is that your turn, Husker?
yeah.
Husker
I guess
just
I have.
panics
Yeah, it
every 1
is.
second.
I'm not happy. I'm like angry at Thal. He's like, you told me one more hit.
What the fuck?
It's more than one more hit.
I like one more hit.
Husker,
Well-
you're going to be even more angry. 16 and 17 to hit.
Yeah, there's
I'm
hit.
disadvantaging one of those.
Which one?
Oh, wait, before I do that. Okay, I can't do that.
Never mind.
The 16.
15 to hit.
They both hit.
Okay.
No.
Thal was like, it's one more hit from me.
Alright.
Yeah, you fucked
Oh,
me,
you-
bro.
A combined
Oh.
10 points of damage from both attacks.
I'm unconscious.
That's
You say one more attack and you bring around your claws up and you quack it down. As you do, it looks up, breathing heavily, and then pounces on you, ripping into you and biting into your neck, ripping out chunks as it bears you to the ground.
Husker has the worst luck.
Damn.
I was gonna. Oh, I put an X on myself.
Oh my God,
I was gonna
damn.
wild shape you, asshole. But you were like, what more? What more?
Gregor,
I see.
Son of a bitch.
I see.
Alright, so I need to do another con save.
Mhm.
Stupid
Last time I
fuck.
trust you.
This wait,
Where's my
if you're
soul?
down, do I still have it? Or is it now?
Oh, yeah.
no, it's not concentration, so yes, you still have it.
Okay,
Oh, it's
okay,
not
right.
Yeah.
Constitution, please.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
Big money.
Lovely.
Now that Husker's down, he's like,
Yeah.
now I'll try.
No, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
now I'll stop breathing. Husker's so mad.
Am I able to move out of the box and then, if it's within my movement, still get the an action and bonus action if needed?
5, 15. You could just move to where you are there. It wouldn't be 15 because of the way you'd have to go through the gate over the bodies. You could use all 30 of your movement to get there because you would go 5 and then what would be a double movement, so that'd be 15,
Uh-huh.
and then that would be 25, and then that would be 30.
Okay, that's
You're
fine.
better.
This is what I do. I do that, and then I will. I'm gonna reach down and touch Husker for cure wounds.
You're as you reach out to touch Husker, you gently place your hand on his arm as this creature's on top of him, ripping chunks out of him and bearing down
God.
into his neck.
Okay.
You're just like, kill wounds.
I say, Husker, I know things seem rough right now, but I promise
Like while he's
I
still being
promise.
wailed on.
things will turn around. And I don't have any level 1 left, so you get level 2.
Ooh.
10 points of
18.
healing.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
As you're prone on the ground though, Husker, bear that in mind.
You bring me back to consciousness in this horrible, horrible state. Why does this always happen to me with you, asshole?
Is it your turn, Gregor?
Oh, that's an action, so as a bonus action, what can I effing do?
What can I effing do?
Tough, right? Yeah.
How many of those do I have left? Alright, I will... That is my turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
Briar.
Okay. This blade that I summoned has the thrown property, but I've never done that before. Okay. So
What's its range?
the range is 1 second. Let me get it up. 20-60.
Okay, so
it's
within 20 feet it's
disadvantage.
normal. Between 20 and 60 is disadvantage, and then outside of 60 is can't throw.
So between 20 and 60 is
Between 20 and 60 is disadvantage.
disadvantage. Okay. Then I'm gonna. Is it still fairy fire, by the way, or is that dropped?
Gregor, have you cast any concentration spells?
Okay.
I'm not. No.
Then yeah, roll me a dexterity save.
Because I might be easier to hit.
Gregor, what's your spell save DC?
13? Oh no.
As you walk into the field of this like floating glitter, it just latches to you.
I'm like trying to rub it off. It's like I'm gonna take a couple steps forward and just volley the blade into the one between me and Thal. Do I get advantage?
No.
Damn. Worth a try.
We've done that before, but
Yeah.
no.
It's fine.
Gotta ask.
Imagine.
But I still do the same amount. Like it's still a normal attack because it's a thrown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So spells, it will be just roll. Does it say? Does it have rules for that?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, normal attack, so 8 doesn't hit, sadly.
So it just falls to
You have
say.
inspiration.
I do have inspiration.
You can use it if you want, I'm not telling you you have to, I'm
I'm
saying you
going
can.
to.
Okay. Sadly not. You throw the blade. Can I get, as you watch it fall the bridge, you get distracted by the fact that this other creature just jumps onto Husker and starts tearing into him as Gregor runs round past it, so you kind of... oh, wait. Gregor.
Yes.
Does a 17 hit?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. He missed an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
From where?
As you run by this guy.
Oh.
It's only 1 point of damage.
That's right. Okay, yes, that does hit, and I will...
The reason why I'm going to take that is because I let you guys have it if it's within like a few
Right.
rounds, so...
Sure.
So it dissipates when it falls down next to him,
Yeah.
but for your knowledge,
You can resummon it.
I could resummon it for as long as the spell's still going, so... That's... I guess I just turn
So you
around and-
throw it and it misses as it flies past you, Thal. And Thal, as you move and go to follow it, it just into dust into the air and then dissipates.
I obviously get frustrated and then I turn back to the portal. Can I use a bonus action to see if I can figure out a way to stop it from growing?
Oh well, as you turn back to it.
Oh, never mind.
The portal has turned into like this large tear, and as you're this close to it and you look into it, you can see into a hellscape. There is black brimstone and sulfurous, sulfurous, what are they called? No.
Geezers.
The things
Geezers, thank you, Dave.
Geysers.
Geezers. Geezers. Geezers is the way of saying it. There's geysers of sulfur that's spurting into the air, and as it spurts into the air, they ignite into like this large column of flame. And you see... roll perception.
Give me that perception.
Devil.
Just a normal one. Right?
Yeah.
15. Does that have anything to do with your...
No. You see a large circle of eyes. Some of them carved, some of them creatures' eyes just lay on the ground in a circle, with a small orb in the middle slowly floating up and down. And as you do, you see clutching onto the door is a clawed hand. Let me get a picture of it for you.
Very cool.
It's like a purple clawed and taloned hand with spines protruding off of it, and then grabbing onto the other side is another similar hand, but this one has a long, I think it's a trident. As it pulls itself out, you see a creature, purple, these muscular arms and these large spiny wings, pull itself out of the portal carrying this large trident. It's not actually large; it's like medium, but it's domineering over you,
I
especially.
mean, it's taller than me, irrelevant. Probably,
Yes.
So I still am like...
And it looks like this as a picture specifically. There you go.
Let me see that boy.
Uh-oh.
Jesus.
No.
As it crawls out the portal, it looks at you and goes,
Do I understand it?
yes, actually.
Yes.
You do. The sounds it's making don't make any sense. It's not a language,
Yeah.
but you hear in your head, fresh meat. No. As it towards you, one bat of the wing, and it's going to try to skewer you with its trident.
Don't skewer me.
Jesus.
Don't do that.
Ah.
Stop it.
Onto the token layer.
Stop it, friend. Old buddy Thal.
As it moves towards you, it won't make a dexterity saving throw though. No, it will.
Oh, it will to get very fired.
Natural one, so yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But it's going to try to make attack against you. 1 bite, 1 of its 4. Okay. It's going to try to bite into you as it flies up to you for a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
For
I'm gonna die.
5 points of slashing damage as it bites in. No, 5 points. Yeah, slashing. That's weird. Isn't normally slashing. As it bites into you, and as it does, it tries to ram like its fork into your stomach for 14 to hit.
Yeah.
Dealing
Oh.
1 point of piercing damage.
Oh, nice.
But it just lifts you off the ground and starts flapping upwards.
Oh,
very
yes.
slowly now.
See you
Oh my
later.
god.
It gets about 5 feet. It gets about 5 feet more off the ground, so 10 feet off the ground.
Bye.
Holy shit.
But that's its turn.
Wait. Question. I was holding onto the rift because I was gonna try and.
You
close
can't
it.
touch the rift.
Does it? It's just I just.
As you try to go through it, you go through it.
Do I go into it though?
No, you just go through
So
it.
things can only come
You.
to us. You can go secrets. You can mute the mic if you want.
Well, I just need to clarify one thing.
Secrets.
Actually, specifically, you go through most of it, but as you're like about to get hit, you throw your hands like as you get hit, you throw your hands forward as you push backwards, and the very tip of those two black fingers make contact with the portal. And it feels like wading through a thick ooze.
So only these fingers.
The very tips of those two fingers.
Okay. I'll bear
Hold
in
up.
mind. But I'm up in the air now.
Yes,
Okay.
as you get lifted up into the air.
With a spike in my tummy. Okay.
Ouch.
But that's your turn. That's the Spine Devil's turn. Thal.
Weird question here. You know when I did my divine sense earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Would those fingers have lit up?
Yes.
Oh, funny.
God fucking damn it. Hell no. Well, at least we know what it is, kind of. Hell ooze.
Well, we could have figured that much.
We all knew it was Hallows.
Thal.
Yeah, come on.
Right. Sorry.
It's okay.
I owe it to Husker to at least finish the thing off.
Please God do.
Fuck's sake, yeah. Me too.
So, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm
What
also
is it?
gonna roll for Constitution.
Please
12.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You bring down the mace onto it with a as it's lay on and as it's like on top of Husker and it brums onto Husker's chest. Husker pinning you down. You need to make a strength save to get out now.
What?
When it gets to your turn,
Kinda help.
Can I use like a bonus action to try and
you can give him advantage on
A
his
little
turn.
bit. that works?
Start pulling it off.
Dreamy.
Um,
And then,
in Thal's defense, after you hit it, it had 1 HP left.
God damn it.
Damn it.
I'll end my turn off with it. I was wrong. Sorry.
Oh wait, what's your spell save DC, Gregor?
13.
It's not fairy fired.
I also took damage.
It's not fairy fire. Whack.
No, it's not.
Whack.
My bad. It has an ability.
Oh, also, if the Fairy Fire's concentration, Gregor has finally been hit.
Yeah, Gregor, roll me a Constitution save. Whenever you're concentrating on a spell, if you get damaged, you need to roll a concentration
Yeah.
check, which is a Constitution save.
Normal.
You only do like 5 damage.
Okay, so it's a DC 10. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Nice.
The DC is half of the damage you took, or 10, whichever's higher. Just for reference. Okay. That's your turn. Thal?
Come fly with me.
This guy's gonna make a attack against you, Thal. The dretch in front of you. 15 to hit. So 17 to hit for the first attack.
Nope.
And a 6 to hit for the second one. Goes to
Also-
bite and then clobber down on you. You're just rebuffing its attacks at every point. Husker, you're currently pinned under a giant creature.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so let's make that con save first. Because I'm in the cloud.
Stupid
I'm in the shit
poison.
cloud. Con save and strength save.
Okay,
And
you have
the
advantage on the strength save.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did that con save go through? Is that good?
It's good.
13.
Actually, you know what? Either you can keep that strength save and keep it as a bonus action, or you can have advantage and use it as an action instead.
I have no idea what you just said.
So basically, you can keep your 11,
Okay.
and to try to push out of this thing, it will cost you a bonus action.
Mhm.
Or you can have advantage, but it would cost you an action to get out instead.
Oh. No. I'll use this as my bonus action to get out from under it.
Okay, that was a gamble.
I can
Yeah, you can do. With the help of Thal, you managed to pull
Yeah.
yourself out just.
I want to retain my
Barely, yeah.
action. Just want to Is Briar's like 10 feet off the ground now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have 50 feet of flying speed. I just want to
Nice.
intercept them. Because I think this thing's gonna lift her off the ground, either take her away or drop her at a great height. And
Air
I'm the
battle.
only
Air
yeah,
battle.
air battle. I think I'm the only one who can do anything about that.
Yeah.
Get his ass.
I'm kind of gonna get his ass. I think. Can I attempt like
Careful of
Yes.
the fairy fire.
Yeah, I'm okay. Fine. There.
What's your movement, Husker?
50
It.
fly.
Oh yeah, can I make that? It's 50. It's 50 feet flying.
You use up half your movement to get up though, come from prone. So you use up
Damn
half your movement
it.
to get up, so that's 25, so you have 25 left.
Damn
So you
it!
can get to
Can't go
near
that
me,
far.
yeah.
25.
You can do 5 more feet technically.
How do you mean?
Because you were here. So you got up
5.
5, 10,
Oh shit!
15, 20. So you can go 5 more feet forward if you'd like.
Like here?
If you want to be in the fairy
Yeah.
fire.
No, you don't
wanna
have
be
to.
in- No, I don't want to be in the fairy
It's a
fire.
20-foot cube as well, yes, so you'd have to be within it to get her as well, so.
At the moment.
You go 5 feet
so
up.
Just hover above.
Yeah, fine. I can't reach her this turn. I still have an act. Still can cast something. I'm just gonna, while I'm doing that, and while I'm getting up, I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at first level,
Good-
Sure.
good call.
just to get ready to. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's my spellcasting modifier. That's wow. It's actually a significant amount. Okay.
Damn it, the one day I don't prep feather for.
Okay.
What'd you roll,
I-
Husker?
I rolled max healing, so I got 14 points back.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay.
How do I want to take the bloodied off me. Okay, there it goes. I'm just ready, I guess.
Okay, cool. Is that your turn?
Yes.
This stretch is dead.
Going to
Gregor.
get your sister. Hang on.
One moment.
Thank you.
Gregor.
Greg. The mighty Gregor.
All right. Let us see. Doesn't need to be that far. Okay, I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna say, Thal, do you have that last one there? I imagine you can handle it. Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. And how far away am I from these fool?
He's
Okay,
10 foot.
I wanna.
Yeah, you're about 30 feet. I don't know the whole diagonal math thing of it, so you're about 30 feet away.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers on this flying creature. And I say, if I were a zookeeper, I would not want you as an exhibit.
Nice.
You are ugly.
Wow.
Get his ass.
Giddy.
Yeah,
Oh, giddy.
he's tired. Give him a break.
You are ugly.
Okay, what's your spell
You
save?
These 13.
Rolled an 18.
Shit.
So it takes
On a
half
fail?
damage, I believe.
Yeah.
Check for me, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I'm checking. So wisdom takes 3d on a failed save. It takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately. No, that's a failed. On a successful, a defended creature automatically succeeds on the save. What?
Let me check. This is not
Takes
whispers.
half. The target takes half as much damage. Oh, sorry, it's half as much damage. Sorry about that. On a stealth save.
Okay, and
success.
doesn't run away.
Does not run away.
A
Doesn't have to.
deafened creature, not defeated or defended. A deafened.
Dude.
Deafened. Oh, you're right.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so it takes half as much damage. So it takes 9, half to 5.
Nice.
I'll take 8. And maybe just because.
This music does not fit combat. It's like.
All right. Briar, it seems you've already risen up, but you get the idea. Here, take this. Perhaps this can help. And I give Briar my last bardic inspiration.
You get the idea.
You got all of his bardic inspirations as combat. No one else is allowed to look at them.
He just like Briar shit.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, Briar. It's
Okay.
your turn.
Okay. First of all, is the portal still open behind it?
No.
It's not.
As soon as it
even
came through,
slightly- Damn.
it like
Nice.
swirled into a single dot and poofed away.
Then also, do we have that feeling at all?
No,
It's totally gone.
it's totally gone.
Okay.
The clouds also seem to be slowly parting.
So
Like a single
was
ray of
what we were
sunlight.
trying to get through whoever or
I
whatever
see.
it was.
Perhaps.
Okay.
That is up to you to
Perhaps.
decide.
Okay. I hate myself a little.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that's not good.
I'm
Oh.
going to
Me every morning.
What's the deal?
hold my action
Okay.
until one of my friends is within range of me, and then I'm gonna pull the thing out of my chest and just hope I fall into their arms.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So I'm just
Okay.
gonna,
So you're gonna hold your action to break grapple.
yeah, I'm holding
Cool.
onto the thing and I'm
Okay.
waiting for
Sure
something
thing.
to get close.
Then your turn.
Yeah, because I can't do anything else, right?
Cool. Yep. I mean, all you are is skewered. It's your turn still. You can attack it, or you
Well,
can.
but if I hold an action, I can't do anything else.
You can use your bonus action if still.
Can I?
Yeah. You hold your action. If you don't use your action, you lose it. I mean, if you don't use your bonus action, you lose your bonus action if you hold an action.
Oh, well, I'll use my bonus action to resummon the blade to my hand. And then I'll get rid of
Is
it.
that bonus action? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Stop banging heads. Spine Devil. No one heard that name.
Yes.
Nobody said that.
As it's lifting up into the air, it's looking you in the eyes, and did I actually do that? Okay. You see its tail swinging around as it's flying higher, flies 20 more feet up, and then flaps its tail, like throws its tail around, letting loose two spines. One aimed at Husker, one aimed at Gregor.
He's looking
I
me
block
in
it.
the eyes.
He's looking you in the eyes.
I block it.
Husker, natural 20 to hit
Oh no.
Motherfucker.
for a 24 to hit.
Oh god.
12 points of mixed piercing and fire damage.
Mixed piercing.
Cooked Husker.
Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks.
skewer.
As its spine fires out and hits you in the shoulder, threatening to pierce through your wing, but just hitting you on the edge of the shoulder,
Oh, my wig.
searing its way through your body, but cauterizing as it goes through.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice. How generous.
Husker is meat on stick.
Husker is me on stick!
Shut up.
Gregor, 20 to hit, not natural.
That does hit, yes.
For only 3 points of mixed piercing. Oh no! Husker, 2 extra points.
What?
Yep, because it was a +2, and then Gregor, it would be 5 points of mixed piercing and fire damage to you.
God damn it.
Son of a bitch. You
Uh,
son of a bitch.
Okay, and then do I have to make a
Concentration
Yep.
check for fairy fire.
concentration check?
Or you could just drop concentration on it if you wanted to.
Sure.
I think I'll drop concentration.
But it isn't really going to benefit you right now. Everyone's
No,
already
it's gonna
touched
hurt
it.
us.
He's affected by it at the moment, though.
No, he isn't affected by
Or
it.
did he make it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He rolled like a 1, right?
Yeah, but then he has a ability, remember? Anyway,
Never mind.
he goes further up as he looks you in the eyes.
Oh my God.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Romantic. This is the start of a blossoming romance.
True.
You think so? Should we leave?
Should we go?
Should we go?
Need some space. What was
You know,
the
she
Thal,
did
don't
get
look.
impaled. I don't
With
want to burn that.
disadvantage.
disadvantage
Thal.
wisdom save?
Yes.
14. Just,
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Just because I want to be safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
You don't hear anything
I'm
as he
so
flies
mad.
upwards.
I'm deaf.
Yeah, you don't hit anything.
Sweet.
as you fly upwards.
That for me.
Thal.
Hit him.
It's this guy like. Are corpses difficult terrain?
Yes.
Fine by me. Okay, so 10,
What a
15,
sentence.
20. Let him hit me.
Let him.
Oh shit.
Does a 22 natural 20 hit, Dave?
That was
Yes,
not
it
smart.
does.
Not smart.
Yes, it does. I don't care.
That's a d6. So 11 points of slashing damage as you start to run away, just down your back.
Ah, fuck. Well, we're still up.
It has disadvantage, right? Because it's blinded.
This
It's
guy
not
is
blind
blinded.
before, right?
It's not. That went away.
How long's it last?
It is for 1 emergency. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Shit. All right. I thought I'd try.
It
That's
was
a good
worth
try.
a shot,
Thanks
yeah.
anyway. Alright, so
You
take
alright,
that
boy?
full damage.
You right, boy?
Yeah, but you aren't. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna get
Oh.
down and give Husker a solid 15 points from Leon Hans.
Nice.
Damn.
I don't want to be shitty. I am airborne.
How airborne are you? Because I was thinking you were flying about 5 feet up, because you didn't say you went up at all.
Yeah, I guess so. That my
Okay.
movement speed, I guess.
Then you
That's
can
all.
just reach him.
Thal's tall.
Touch my toesies.
Yeah.
Hey, before you go, those.
You run up, Thal, and take a little hop and just like you're dunking a basketball. You like just slap Husker's legs and transfer your lay on hands into him.
Thal's one of our 2 tall
Alright.
boys, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if that's necessary. No, I don't care if I'm tall enough to reach him anyway. I am dunking.
You
yeah.
actively
Quick
hunch
to
down,
glass.
so you have to jump.
Okay.
How much? How many points?
15.
Damn, dog. Damn, dog. Thanks.
I fucked you up before, technically.
Yeah,
Make
I mean,
amends.
I'm still kind of salty about that, but this is helping.
Hope
Is
you
it
won't be
your
in a
turn?
bit, because... No, it isn't. Not yet.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm gonna heal you up, and then, as a bonus action, cast Shield of Faith on you.
Nice.
Oh.
Plus 2 to
Gives
AC.
you- Yes.
Nice.
Alright, you said you would go after her.
Oh, you're casting it on me. Oh shit. Okay.
Pop off. Go, go, go.
What does she? What does Shield of Faith do?
Plus 2 AC.
Whoa. My AC's not great.
Also,
Yeah, you're like-
big mistakes, both of us today.
You slapping my legs, and you're like, "Go get my sister."
Go, go, go.
I'm like kicking into him. I'm going. Thank you, but I'm
Taking all three.
going.
Okay. Now is it your turn, Thal?
Yes.
As you land, you turn to look at this creature just slams you, like slash you on the back, turns to look at you.
Oh, I do want to turn to look at that,
Yes.
but I think that's
Hey.
implied.
Sprints towards you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna get it.
21 to hit.
Oh my god.
Boyo.
Good.
Sure thing.
For a 6 slashing damage.
Okay. Okay.
Then
Hey.
19 to hit.
Oh,
God damn it. Yeah.
bollocks.
For... As from max damage, 8 piercing damage.
Yeah, I was on 2 HP, so I was hoping
Always
for like,
one.
He, as he runs towards you, he picks you up in his claws, opens his mouth and just forces you down onto these like gnawed tusks that are out of him, causing like this big, like spiraling shape of teeth and like pierces through your armor into your body as you recede from life.
recede from
let's say one small thing before I go.
Yeah.
I was wrong again.
Damn, that's
I was
rough.
receding from
That can't be his last thought.
I was wrong again.
Husker.
You should drop your action in here, shouldn't you, Briar? We are coordinating on an airborne rescue,
Okay, 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 okay.
right?
If you get within range, I drop.
Oh, this is gone.
Okay. Yeah, Fairy Fire's gone. Not worried about the Fairy Fire.
Alright,
Are they
try.
still ascending at this point?
They're still ascending,
We're
yes.
like another 30.
You're 40 feet up in the air now.
Yeah.
Husker, you're 5 feet.
I think I have 50 feet of flying speed.
So he could get.
I can probably get within like 10 feet below her.
10 feet below?
I think so, at least.
Yes, Dave?
What's up? What's
Your +2 is gone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the concentration spell.
Your AC is gone.
Oh shit! Fuck. Well,
He
I
casted
appreciate it
it
anyway.
anyway.
No. The healing's still there though. It's fine.
Yeah.
The healing I was
Yeah.
saying was very helpful. Thank you.
Anytime.
So he's close
So-
enough.
He's 10 feet below you. If you think that's close enough, that's close enough.
That's good enough for me. I
Okay.
trust that he can catch me.
Roll a strength check.
Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics?
No. 12.
Come
7.
on.
You
So I
Can I?
you push yourself off. And start to fall. Husker, roll me a strength check. Actually, roll me a dexterity save first.
That's okay. A dex save, I can do that. Dex save. Come on, big money. Big.
Oh no.
no,
Oh,
bad
no.
money.
You reach out to grab her. And as you're about to grab her, you were expecting her to be as heavy as she is. And she just slides through your grip.
No.
You're falling 40 feet, right?
Fuck. Oh god. no.
40?
No, that's too much.
40?
Okay.
all 130 lbs of me with all my
Hey.
equipment.
Hold on. No, come on. I gotta.
That's as you hit the ground, right? So 4 damage. Every 10 feet of 4 damage is on d6. Apart from the first 10, which is free, you don't take any damage. So you take 3d6 damage, which results in a 6, a 6, and a 3. So you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
I'm down.
Oh,
666
come on.
would have been really
It
What
would
the
have.
fuck is this combat been?
Okay, I'm unconscious, but I'm not.
So you,
Oh my
so,
God.
so you see Husker below you, and you put your little hands into the forks of this trident and push yourself off. And as you do, you feel relief for a moment, and you feel even more so as you feel his strong talon hands underneath your arms. And then that relief suddenly turns to dread as you feel those hands leave your body, and then even more dread as you hit the ground and fall unconscious.
Question. Was I in absolute silence that whole time? Did I hear things again?
Yes, you heard
Yes,
them.
okay.
It was like a split second you didn't hear anything.
I mean, not fine. I'm still.
And then the last thing you hear is
Okay.
as you hit the ground. No, not. Luckily not. Gregor,
Feathered one?
God.
Wait. I never took an action. You know, was that an action?
your
Was that
action
an
was trying to catch her. You have a bonus action if you'd like.
Wild shape.
Wild shape into a bear, also
Yeah,
fall.
he's-
I can't wild shape.
Oh, yeah.
I
Good
can't wild shape
damage.
as a bonus action.
I'll let you wild shape into a bear if you'd like in the air.
Bonus action to
That's
catch
bonus
action.
me, so you can wild shape.
No,
No.
Fine.
no, to both
No,
of
then
you.
I can't do anything. I'm just
Okay.
gonna try to fly over her and like protect her if this thing tries to come back.
Gregor.
I'm so sorry. I'm so glad Thal's not conscious to see that.
He's like,
I
"Save
totally
my
just
sister."
bungled that rescue mission.
Save my sister throws all he's got into you and you drop her.
Yeah, I did. I'm not that strong.
I said let's not make mistakes, both of us today. You
Yeah. I'm so glad you're unconscious.
Okay.
All right. Feathered one, it is you and me. All right. We must triage. My mom used to talk about this. He like looks both ways, trying to figure out if he should go for this guy first or this guy. I think he's gonna run over here, and for flavor, he wants to run with his axe out. And I want to run and like leap and jump on him, and like try to get him to the ground and simultaneously hit him with the axe.
Right. Do you want to get him to the ground or do you want to do damage?
I want to do damage.
Okay. So you jump up and you try to get him to the ground. Not possible. Just want to throw that
Right.
out there. But you can
fair.
try to hit. If you had 2 attacks,
Can-
you could. But
Right. I want it to be like a slow motion leap into the air. So
Sure.
if there's a still of me
Yeah,
falling
sure.
with the axe with my 0
All the
strength.
fan artists out there.
Hero.
All those many fan artists.
Oh,
You jump up in the air and you pull out your axe and you. Ah! As you hit the ground next to it.
Between him
Right.
and Thal.
Between him and Thal.
okay.
I'm so stupid. Can I interject really quick?
Yeah.
I do have a bonus action I could use.
Go ahead.
I'm a super dummy. Can I do that?
Sure.
Okay. I can cast Healing Word as a bonus action.
Yeah, sure.
I would like to do that.
Sure. Just this once. Everyone gets one.
Thank you. Thank you. I totally forgot that was a bonus action that I can do. I feel so fucking bad that I let Briar hit the ground so terribly. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on her.
So as you hit the ground, ow, you wake up again.
You wake up. That's not gonna be a lot for you, but you will be conscious again. That's 4.
4?
4.
That's fine. I'm still up. It's
Okay.
better than nothing.
Yeah, alright.
Gregor, you
Apologies.
missed your hit. Is bonus actions?
My bonus action is I tell him, you just wait until my next turn. I'm gonna spit rhymes at you.
Thal?
Are
So
you
dance
teasing
battle?
the release
Briar.
of your mixtape?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna shout an infernal fuck you at the creature that's flying up above us. And then I'm going to use another new secret spell. My god.
Ooh.
I have so many secret spells.
Because I'm a secret kind of gal, what can I say?
Yeah.
This secret spell is such a secret, even I don't know it.
This one
Oh
I'm
my
doing
God.
on Thal, who is unconscious.
Mhm.
And for this one, I do actually get a little bit of like a nosebleed as I'm starting to cast it.
Whoa.
I do kind of get.
I do
oh, wow,
kind of
that's
get
fine.
nosebleed. He automatically.
I'm falling off this camera. Sorry, continue.
He automatically succeeds his next death saving throw.
Okay.
Cool.
That's gonna become
Okay,
permanent real
okay.
quick.
Thank you.
And like I'm just like focusing all my energy on that spell.
You know what I'm going to change that though, that spell, because it's a Humber spell.
Yeah.
Rather than him succeeding his next, he just gets one success.
Oh,
Like right now.
So yeah, so he still has to make his next one. It just
okay,
he gets his
so
success
you have
straight away.
success now.
And that can only be used once per person per knockout.
Okay, let me add that.
So you can't just use it 3 times in a row and get them up
Okay, right.
oh.
Once
per person
per person
per unconsciousness.
per unconsciousness. So if he got up and went back down, I could use it.
Yes.
Okay. And it doesn't
So what
give
does
them
that do to you?
a success on their next death save, but it gives them
Gives them a death
success.
save. Yeah.
Okay.
We're rolling with it. We're working out. Thal, so you get 1 success.
No,
Was it your turn, Briar?
thank you.
Yeah. I just for flavor's sense, everything else is zoned out. So like, if I have any perceptions or anything, I'd probably do it disadvantage.
Okay.
Like I'm focusing on this.
As you do that, you look up and you go, "Fuck you!" and then you throw out the spell. You're still looking up. As it turns around, noticing that you push yourself off, spins as it starts to come down towards you and throws 2 spines, one at Husker, one at you.
Why you gotta be like this? Huh?
She doesn't have very many hit points.
Husker, 15 to hit. 19 to hit.
Yeah,
Hang on.
I'll
For
be fine.
Will you?
If he's got a
9
character,
points.
right?
11 points. 5 piercing, 6 fire.
Okay, that's fine.
Briar, 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
No.
Of course that hits.
Oh, minimum damage though. 2 damage. 2 points of
Still up.
damage.
Oh,
I'm still going.
Hello?
nice, nice.
Oh, no.
No,
4 points of damage.
Fucking
I'm down.
I'm sorry. As you look up, you see the spine heading towards you, and there's no time to move as right through the head. As you fall back down to the ground.
Shit.
Through the head. Not your head.
Thal,
What are you think with that?
My precious brain.
your little brain.
My brain meat.
I need that. I'm an intelligence-based character.
No more brain meat for you. All gone. Thal, roll me a death save. Whisper it to me. Okay.
Okay.
We need to figure out a new way of doing that. Dave, do you have any dice or like a dice roller? Roll it separately from this
Well, I
from
do.
now on.
Oh, if we watch the stream or anything.
No, it's just for you, just for the people at home. I want it to be a surprise for everybody. So from now on, roll your death saves either dice or dice roller or somewhere else, and then send them to me on Discord.
Okay.
It's him going out to buy a D20.
One single
We are-
Not that
point.
ages ago.
Is that your turn?
He dead.
That is your turn. Gregor.
Gregor. No.
Alright.
20 to hit.
No.
That does hit, yes.
Oh,
Damn it.
you've gone.
I've gone?
Yeah.
I died, that's why. My camera just hates being on.
Sorry, I just realised when I looked at Gregor and he was in Briar's spot. I was like, what's that about?
We all just moved up one. I'm back now, I think. Yeah, I am.
Okay, so first attack was a 20 to hit, second was a natural 1. Somebody roll me D100.
I'll do it. I'm dead. Oh no,
Fumble.
wait. Dave's dead. Let him do it.
Alright.
Oh!
Whoa.
An actual 1!
What one was basically just missed.
Oh, I feel like a natural one.
Yeah, I
on
know.
the table should just be like instant
I know.
death. You know?
You know what?
He dies.
What is this
Most
for again?
critical.
You know what? Instead, we'll switch that. We'll make because it is so bad. It's like a 1-1. We'll do the worst one, which is 100, which is he falls prone and takes 3d6 damage.
Come on, kill him.
Dies
So-
instantly.
So first things first, Gregor, you take 4 points of slashing damage as it hits you. As it bites you, sorry, and because it comes up for the hit again, you walk out the way and it tumbles over, being knocked
Okay.
prone.
So you're gonna stab himself.
And hits the ground very hard for 6, 5, 12 points of damage, and is also prone and knocked unconscious for a minute.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
So he's alive.
Dead.
He's not dead, but he's knocked unconscious.
Okay.
Man's had a really
Not
hard
bad.
time of it there.
Not bad at
Nice.
all.
And then that's his turn. Husker.
Hey, buddy.
But is this monster is still like flying around?
Yeah, it's back just 20 feet above you now. Oh no, actually, it's on you now. Like it flew all the way down as it sent the spikes on. It flew down with the spikes, so it's right next to you.
He's coming back.
Is it above Briar?
Yes, it's above both of you.
Like directly above her?
It's directly above Briar.
I assume it's like here, like in between the two of us.
No, it's directly above
it's
you
above
now.
me. It's
Yeah.
coming for me, huh? Huh.
It's not. That's not
Did
ideal.
make eye
I want
contact
to.
with
That's
him.
fun.
He does love me. I knew it.
I want to
Aw.
Make an
like.
impression.
I want to like collide with it and sort of
Okay.
knock it off.
Oh,
You know, like sort of
Sure.
grapple to get it away a little bit.
Yeah, roll a strength check.
Oh, not great at those.
we gotta
I
give
keep trying-
Husker a
I'm trying to
training
do
montage.
strength-based things.
Hit him. No.
Can you teach him strength? We just do a bunch of push-ups with Husker.
See. You as it's flying on towards you, you just up towards it, not with a lot of force because of course you're not too strong, but this thing seems even frailer than you. As you collide, you knock it off course. You both tumble down together to the ground, but you do manage to knock it off course.
So he doesn't.
It rolled a
Nice.
natural 1.
Nice.
Wow.
So they
Damn,
fall to the
nice.
side on the.
Yeah, you both fall prone over here.
Okay, so we're both prone. We're just hanging out. Good buds. I think. Can I still take my bonus action? I still do my bonus.
Mhm.
I'm laying down. I pick my head up a little bit. I can see both of them are dead. I think Thal's been dead for longer, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast Healing Word.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast
Oh.
Healing Word on Thal.
Heal her.
She'll
That's
be
my sister you're like
Look, I've got more time. Okay.
Look, yeah, you've been dead for longer, so you take 5 points. It's not much, but it'll get you.
5?
Yeah, 5 points.
Thank you.
Nice.
She'll be fine. I got my hand. I don't know what the fuck you got there.
These guys just struggling to kill this one guy.
Yeah, there's one fell.
Is it your turn, Husker?
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome, Gregor.
All right. So because this dude's affected, and I can leave its range without getting an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say I'm gonna go like. Can I get to matters? Yeah, I'll go here. As well, actually. I'm gonna go here. And I look at Briar. I'm so sorry. I wish I could help you. But I just can't right now. And I look at the flying dude, and I say to it, please take this time to look inside and search for your personal meaning. You don't have much time with the use of your mind for the psychic damage you'll be eating.
Ooh.
And I cast Vicious Mockery.
Kill him.
Okay.
Kill him.
Let's make a wisdom save.
Yeah, 13.
12.
Oh.
Max damage naturally.
4.
Love it.
Nice. Yeah, no.
and-
So, like as you say that, it looks over at you. Its eyes narrow.
He's upset.
Is it your turn, Gregor?
And he has disadvantage on this next attack roll it makes
Okay.
for the end of its turn. I don't have anything I can do, so that is it.
Briar,
That is
roll
my
me a
turn.
death save. Or you can just show me.
That's it.
Okay. There's two very different results, so that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your turn. The guy looks towards you. Gregor. Yeah, he stands up using half his movement. And just throws two spines directly at you. Both of them.
You upset him.
Uh-oh.
Your sick rain.
That is a 19 to hit on with disadvantage on the first one.
Fuck.
Yes, that hits.
And only a 11 to hit on the second one.
Okay, first one hits, yeah.
D4, D6. 6 points, oh no, 8 points of mixture of piercing and fire damage. As this one flies past you and hits the ground, the other one straight into your chest.
Okay. Still okay.
Okay, that's his turn.
Thal is up. Thal is up. Thal is up.
One day we will have a combat where half the party doesn't go down. Not half the
think
party,
so.
3/4.
You gotta love low levels.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely enjoying it. What's not enjoyable though is this mace that's about to hit this guy.
Do it.
I'll get up with half my movement and then finish the fucking job.
Do you hit the guy in front of you who's unconscious?
Do it. Do
Oh
it.
yeah, he's unconscious. Never fucking mind. I can leave him be.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you get an automatic crit if you hit him.
Do it.
It could hit Slayer.
If you hit him, you get a crit. You just have to roll to hit. But with advantage and a crit. It's up to you.
Can I real quick read something?
Oh man.
No.
Nope, you got 5,
Okay.
4,
Shut up.
3.
It wouldn't work anyways. I'm just gonna smack.
Ah, shame. So you're hitting him?
I'm not close enough. So I get an automatic crit, say.
Yeah, you still need to roll to hit, but you roll with advantage.
Imagine a miss.
You don't. So
Wait,
you,
I was tempting fate there.
you automatically crit, so roll another damage dice, or another d6. 7 points. You know what? That's
Jeez.
just enough to kill it.
Oh my god. If it
You brain
wasn't.
this boy on the floor. You smash his skull, and his like brains leak out, like this black gore just like out on the ground.
There's only
Gross,
one guy
gross,
to
gross.
deal with.
Then I'll turn to look over here
Okay.
and slowly make my way over.
Okay.
Just,
Husker, you're prone next to this boy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm prone. That's not good. That's not good. I'm gonna cast Entangle on him. And it's 20 foot square. Obviously, I don't want anyone else in that square. So I'm
So
just
you
gonna
do
make
like-
him like the corner of the square. 20
Classic.
foot.
Like that.
Oh, ah! Okay. Well, you got it covered for me.
I got you, boo. There's
Yeah,
only one
thanks,
place it
bud.
could have been.
Yeah, exactly. I only want him in the square.
I guess it could have been like 5 feet over if you wanted to make it hard for everybody, but I don't see the point in that.
No. So a strength saving throw.
Yeah. Oh. 8.
No. You are restrained by these points.
Kill him.
Never mind, it's 16.
God damn it. Why'd
I
you
keep-
fool me like that?
I keep teasing you, I'm sorry.
Why are you out here?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Bullying
Okay.
us?
He has magic resistance, so any spells he has
Oh,
advantage
yeah.
against. It's easy to forget, I apologize.
Okay. So it's just these plants. They can't quite get him.
They're all just like,
See what it is as it's about to grab him, he so up, like a couple feet, not enough to get out of your threatened range, but just enough to avoid the vines twisting around the ground.
he lifts his little legs up. Nope.
Well, my last act is one more healing word. Yes, one more. The last thing I can do. One more healing word for Briar.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice.
Nice,
You're
nice.
welcome. Ooh. That's like 8
8.
max healing.
Ooh.
8 points.
And I'm back up. Here I
Back
go
up.
again on my own.
Bow, bow. Is it your turn, Husker?
Yeah, that's me.
Gregor.
Alright. Let us spit some rhymes again. Alright, I'm gonna look at this fool
Get him.
and I say, my name is Gregor, as you probably know. What's interesting is I barely know yours. On your shoulders, however, sits a head I have seen, quite similar to a heap of shite gleaming.
Well, that's pretty good.
Oh,
Shit.
man. She's
Nice.
mockery.
Vicious.
Vicious. Let me roll properly.
Vicious.
Okay, that was worse. Wisdom.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he
13.
just succeeds with a 14.
I'll workshop that.
They called me shithead in college. I don't care. Not me none.
I come from hell. All the bad insults are actually good things there.
Yeah.
I can't do anything on my bonus action because I don't have anything to do. Yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
Briar.
Hey. Sorry.
Is he on the ground still? Like,
No, he's like a few feet up.
But like within.
Mechanics wise, he's on the ground.
Okay. Oh no. I'm gonna try. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try doing color spray again on him, but using all of the hit points on him to try and blind him because I would miss
Okay, roll your dice.
Husker. So
He's
it's
the Husker.
60-10. 26.
He's blind.
He's blind? Nice.
Yes.
So disadvantage on us and we have advantage on him.
Yeah.
And he's blind so he can't really get around. And then I'm gonna shout an inferno because I knew he understood me last time. I'm gonna be like, who sent you?
Did you ask him who sent him, Briar? You said something.
I'm like standing
did.
waiting for a reply. Like,
That's
One moment.
it's his turn.
One moment.
Okay, I'm gonna need a moment.
tell me about the big bad evil guy. Dude.
Yeah. Expose it, if you would.
Tell me what I would look out
Was it the
Virtue.
seer bitch?
Was it that random tiefling on the road?
Oh yeah.
You get back in Inferno. The Sullied One speaks of me. I was sent by the Man of Free. As... Oh, God.
Shut down, brother.
With disadvantage, 19 to hit.
Wait. Because it's still this turn, I have bad ears. The Sunned one?
The Sullied One.
The Sullied one?
Doth speak of me.
Doth speak of me.
Ha!
Ha.
I was sent
Write that down.
I was
Exclamation
sent
point.
by the Man of Free.
The Man of Three. Okay. And then he hits me.
I don't know him.
Hits you
19 hits, yeah.
for 6 points of combined damage.
Damn it.
It literally wouldn't matter anyway. Yeah, that's fine. 6 points.
Yep.
No,
You
it's
back
fine,
down?
I'm fine.
Oh.
You're fine?
Yeah, I'm still.
Okay, he comes around to his tail with the second one.
No, he's gonna take me.
He does have a disadvantage, you could miss.
He won't.
13 plus 4, 17.
Yeah, he hits.
Yeah, he is.
For 3 points of damage.
I'm done. That's so annoying. I had 2 hit points.
I got no healing left.
That's fine. I'm a squishy.
You're wasting all of his attacks, but he really hates
He
you.
really doesn't like me.
Thal. As you get up, you look over to see the combat and you see your sister with a single shard out of her head, shouting up towards this demon.
Perishing.
And then you hear him speak back. Oh no, you don't hear him speak back to her. He looks like intensely down at her, and then the tail, which is slowly flicking in the air, sends up one to either side of her into the chest as she falls backwards to the ground.
As I'm falling, can I turn to look at Gregor and be like, I did. And then just
I did,
Yeah, you take 1 failed death save.
I take one
got it,
failed
yeah.
death save. Ooh, okay.
Ouch, ouch.
Yes, I do.
Immediately upon going down, you take 1 failed death save.
So just the one.
Just the one.
You still got some way on
Just
hands.
one.
Thal.
I do indeed. I saved some.
Thank God.
I'm trusting the rest of you to get him. As I lean down to put my last 5 points into Briar.
Thanks. And man, I'm just in and out of consciousness like Husker last
He also
session.
goes upwards 20 feet, so Husker, you can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
with advantage
I
because
would
he's blind.
certainly
advantage 'cause he's
fucking
blind.
like that.
But it has to
Yeah,
be a
he's
melee
blind.
attack.
Wait,
What?
I don't know how that works in terms of I went down.
He's still blind. He's blind for a round, so.
Yeah, for a round. You're right. Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, so you have advantage on your attack against him, but it has to be a melee attack.
That's for you. Okay. Let's look at my quarter staff.
Have you cast any concentration spells since then?
Sorry?
From Shillelagh, that's all I'm thinking of.
The one, this one maybe. This one that's like round.
Yes.
Entangle? It didn't even work.
Yeah, but you
Just
don't have a
so-
Shillelagh anymore.
No, yeah, my yeah, I think it might have even been 6 rounds since we cashed it
Okay.
already, so.
So you
I think-
just a strength check.
What?
Quarterstaff, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's strength to hit with a quarterstaff.
I thought you were just telling me to
Just
No,
do
no.
a strength save for fun.
freak me out a little bit. Okay.
No.
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 Yeah, so my shillelagh's dead. Strength rolls. Strength. How do I do that? I'll just roll it. And I have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. 15 and 16.
And then what's your strength modifier?
That's with
What's it?
strength.
Okay.
Yeah, what is your strength modifier though?
This one.
1, okay, so roll your d6, I think it is. It hits.
Unless you're doing it
Yes.
200 and it's D8.
Are you doing it two-handed?
I think.
Sure.
Let me double check.
So
No,
I
we'll
fucking
call it,
not.
it's fine. There's another check right now.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your d8 plus 1.
That is 8.
Okay, 8 points of damage.
Nice.
So, yeah, I should get up.
How high up is he again?
I need to check. He's like 30 feet up now.
30 feet.
Oh no, 20,
Up in the
20
air.
feet up.
I'm up in the air with him, just
Yeah.
smacking him with my quarterstaff.
Well, that would have been
Like a
as he
blind-
exited, so that's as he just shot straight
Oh.
upwards, and then you hit him on the way up. How much? 8 did you say?
Hmm?
Did you say you did 8 points of damage?
That's correct.
Cool.
Because it is also my turn, so I would just like to pursue him into
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure, go ahead. You follow him up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make another attack with the quarterstaff. That's a dirty 20.
Sure, he's gonna use an ability that makes you reroll.
Oh no.
Reroll. Oh, okay.
Ah, shit.
13.
Oh, 13 might still hit. 1 second. 13 just hits. So as you fly up, you're about to hit him, and he goes, like he lashes out towards you, and you see this this old face of somebody that you once knew,
Whoa.
bleeding, just
Love that.
face covered in blood. A certain. Can everyone go to whispers, please? Actually, for a second.
Oh.
So
I
just
can guess,
definitely.
We'll
bro.
be
I can
definitely
guess.
I just want to make you can guess who it is.
I can goddamn
I can
guess.
confirm later, just in case, just to make sure.
Yeah.
No,
I
you don't
think
need
I
to
get it,
definitely.
though. Yeah.
And for a moment you stop, and you go, no, this is stupid. So you carry on with it, and you hit him across the face, dealing how much
for
damage?
7 points of damage.
And as you hit him across the face, how do you want to kill him?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm pinataing him out of the sky.
So you twirl your staff a little bit, and whack, you bring it down across the face of this creature. You hear a slight snap sound as the body falls limp, and for a few seconds silence, and then as the sand is kicked up around it.
This is his flavor. I'm gonna follow him to the ground and keep hitting him.
Yeah, you fall him to the ground and just keep hitting him until combat ends. But we will end at the end of the combat. We'll end this episode here with it being 44 minutes past the normal end time. Sorry that combat went on for so long, but a lot happened today,
A lot happened.
and we'll pick it up next time.
Everyone's still
2
alive.
weeks time.
Still alive.
We'll see what we can do about getting it
Maybe.
more often, I guess, but we need to talk to people about that. Because what we used to do, because like the problem is, right, so Husker and Gregor are actual adults who actually have work to do. So that leads to a bit of scheduling issues.
They have actual lives.
Yeah.
Plus, they're in a very different time zone.
Not too
America, baby.
America.
America.
America. USA.
But we'll see about maybe trying to do it more often. Maybe. I don't know, I just want to... It feels weird having the 2 weeks in between. It feels icky.
Right.
Get used to it.
I mean, we could get used to it. We could. Or
Or we can figure it
we can
Play
figure
more.
out. More.
more. I have a few ideas. I have like a few guest characters that I might want to bring in at some point, so that might be nice to do that every now and then, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the last of today. We're gonna come back on stream immediately after this, I think, if Joe's still down for that.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah,
So
to
just BRB or
play some video games. No, I'll end the stream to keep them as a self-contained episode, and then I'll bring the stream back up in about 10 minutes.
Okay, dokie.
That was awesome for people in chat. I don't know if anyone was even here. I closed it, but
The chat's been kind of quiet. but
that's fine. It was nice to see you guys. We'll see you all next time in 2 weeks for the next episode of Give a Crit. That's what we need to make, like an animated outro and stuff. That'd be really cool. Like,
Oh yeah, just easy peasy.